Oh, say, heralds ye by those early light, what so proudly hailed their twilight, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Online sports coverage of Lovett Athletics is brought to you by the
your
Beery
captains
Cummings
for the
Group of
visiting
Dorsey
Greater Atlanta
Austin
Christian
Realtors.
Spartans tonight are number 7, Luke Hicks, number 14, Josh Sharp, number 5, Will Hardy, and number 72, Addison Nichols.
Well, coming out of a lightning delay, you can count on Game 2 of the 2021 season to be just like it's part of a pandemic. Lightning delay, everything, but we're not delaying the kickoff. We're moving right into it right now. This is Richard Chirikitis joining my good friend Ward Jones here on the Riverbank for Game 2, as we said, of the 2021 season. The 0-1 Lovett Lions take on the 0-1 GAC Spartans in a rivalry game, really, because we've played GAC for probably going on nearly 25 years, all the way back in around the 2000.
And is this the first time we've actually been here on the Riverbank? I mean, it seems like we played GAC over there, and we have to navigate that Friday afternoon drive to get over there in the Gwinnett County campus, the fine GAC campus over there.
Yeah.
We're glad to be here on the Riverbank.
Yeah, first time I think we played Mike Andrews and lost to him late here on the Riverbank, and then I think we went 20 straight years at GAC. So, Ward, we may as well jump into lineups. You're going defense first tonight?
Yeah, let's do defense. Starting defensive end for the Lions, senior Luke Graham. Nose tackle after coming off a great game against Westminster, sophomore Christian Bell. The other defensive end will be senior James Wall. Outside linebackers on one side will be senior Sam Boudreau, and the other side will be senior Robert Mitchell. Inside linebackers will be senior Garrett Kelly, senior Stevie Bracey, junior Jake Bryant. Corners tonight for the Lions. On one side will be senior Chase Nally, on the other side will be Christopher Fielden, a junior, and safety tonight for the Lions starting be junior Anderson Beaver. And on offense tonight for the Lions, offensive line will be junior Noah Claxton at left tackle, senior Luke Graham at left guard. Our center tonight will be senior James Wall. Our right guard will be senior MJ Greentree. Our right tackle is junior Grant Ewing. Receivers tonight, Alex Lindsay on one side, Logan Givens on the other, and our tight end is Stevie Bracey. And backfield tonight for the Lions at fullback will be Henry Jones, and tailback will be Henry Stimmel, and our quarterback is sophomore Preston Lusink. Specialist tonight for the Lions is the freshman Connor Davini doing the punting and the place kicking. Stevie Bracey will be long snapper. Garrett Kelly will be short snapper, and the holder is Christopher Fielden. And Richard, we're about ready for kickoff. I mean, the lightning delay we thought would delay us a little bit more than this, but we're ready to go. I'm glad to hear it, glad to see it. Conditions, obviously, it downpoured pretty hard for about 10 minutes and then stopped, and then rained pretty steady for another 20 minutes. Lions, looks like GAC deferred, and the Lions will receive this kick as we get going here on the Riverbank. Game 2 of this 2021 season. Let's go Lions.
Brandon Roundtree will kick it away deep for the Lions. Is Anderson Beaver standing right around his 5, and Roundtree will kick it short, taken around the 15 by one of the up men. It's quickly across the 25, up across the 30, but a flag comes out. We may have had a block in the back. On that far side, Fielden took it for the Lions, almost 19 yards, but I'm afraid they're going to mark it back inside the 20 on a block in the back. We'll see. This gives us a moment to say that any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of the pictures and accounts of this game broadcast without the express written consent of the athletic director of the Lovett School is strictly prohibited.
Yeah, Richard, you're right. A legal block in the back there, right at about the 20-yard line, so that's going to cost Lovett field position.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ward, I think I'd have thrown 2 flags on that one because I saw 2 blocks in the back.
Well, the short kick and then the no fair catch, so we went for a return. And
so the Lions will start with poor field position at their own 10, moving left to right on your screen out of that, as we'll call it, that south end zone. So Lusink put a man in motion, will hand it going wide, and boy, they're going to come up and drop Stimmel for a loss. Hardy comes up and drops him in his free safety position all the way back to almost the 6. It's a 4-yard loss. They smelled that out very early.
They just had an outside linebacker or cornerback kind of playing that wide side of the field, and we didn't get a blocker over there, and maybe expecting our running back Stimmel to sort of beat that guy, but a good open field tackle and a loss. And that's kind of what we saw last week, Richard. Not to harp on a loss to our rival, but just some mistakes where we shoot ourselves in the foot and not really something that the other team is doing for us.
So 2nd and 14, Lions will throw it incomplete to Bracey. And that'll bring up 3rd and 14. Stops the clock with 11:18 to go. And we will look and see if we have a 3rd and 14 play in the playbook.
Yeah, we put Bracey in the slot there and just did a stop route, try to get almost like a running play there. And maybe a wet ball or a little bit too hot on the pass, but an incompletion in 3rd and long right away for the Lions.
Out of the shotgun, Lusink looks to be changing the play. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and Lusink will look inside to Givens. He'll try and get away from one, but not another. He'll pick up about 5 up across the 10 to the 11, but that'll make it 4th and 9, and the Lions will have to kick it away as Connor Davini checks in.
Yeah, a little almost like a bubble tunnel there, just something underneath. But they were in coverage. GAC's defense was in coverage, and they had numerous guys as they, I think, only rushed 3, and nice coverage play there. The first down play was really what cost us there. The raindrops start to fall again here at the Riverbank.
So Hardy drops back deep. Davini gathers it in and gets away a wobbly kick. Hardy will come up, take around his 38. And a net 27-yard kick. Rain started back pretty hard. But GAC has great field position. We'll call it the 39-yard line.
No surprise, Richard, the GAC offensive line is ginormous again.
So Kyle will try and throw it deep. Pass falls incomplete as Sharp was looking down that far sideline, trying to find.
Yeah, he rolled out right. Yeah, and he tried to do an out and up. And actually, if he doesn't, that receiver doesn't get a hand on the ball, I think that's a pick for Chase Nally, but an incompletion nonetheless here.
2nd and 10 GAC. They go trips to the left. Single setback is Will Gary. They're going to leave it with him. He's going to pick up about 4, 5, 6.
The ball's out.
Ball is out. I think it came out early. Oh, gosh, are they going to call it down? Gosh, Ward, that thing was coming out as he was going down.
Stevie Bracey.
I mean,
clocked
if
him
they
here.
If they show the replay on this,
Bracey came up and filled the hole and clocked him.
that ball's out.
Oh, my goodness.
That ball's out.
Wow.
You can't miss that. That ball was out as he was
Huge break.
falling down. Great play by Stevie Bracey, but a huge break for the Spartans. 3rd and 6 from the Lions' 33. Sharp puts a man in motion. He'll leave it with his setback, and he's going to drive ahead near enough for a first down. We just could not get enough of a force on him. Hurst gets down inside the 30. And I just saw lightning, Ward. Either lightning or I've got another detached retina. Boy, they gave us a great spot on that, Ward. And GAC is going to go for it. From the Lions' 30, they'll go shotgun, and Hurst will go into the eye. And they'll just run power off this side, and he's going to pick up just enough for a first down.
Yeah, good blocking off that late flag here. Check the flag. That left side, that left tackle is Division I commit, big 72. They're going to run after him all day long.
Nichols, I think they flagged Nichols. The question is, was he already down?
Going to be a dead ball, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be a first down and then a 15-yarder. So it'll cost them yardage, but they'll keep the ball. Yeah, Nichols, we've seen him for 3 years now, and he's been that size since 9th grade, 8th grade, and he's a big old, highly sought-after Division I recruit.
So Hurst picked up 3, but they'll mark it back from the 27 out to the 42. And it'll make it 1st and 25 GAC. 9 minutes to go here in this first period. Obviously scoreless here on the Riverbank. Game 2 of this 2021 season. So Sharp goes shotgun again. Hurst flanks him to his right, and he's got 3 receivers to his right. He'll run it pretty much over that left side, and we do a good job of filling the hole right there. James Wall came across to drop him for a 2-yard pickup.
Yeah, good stance there by the right side of the defensive front for the Lions. As they're going to run it up left, looks like all game long, and they're going to try at least.
Sharp will roll this time.
That's an illegal procedure.
Yeah, procedure call against GAC.
That shift by the Lions up front got that slot and or that tackle to move, that right side tackle to move. And that'll cost GAC some more penalty yardage.
Second and 13, or a long 12, if you will. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. He's going to look this side, throw it complete. to Joshua McGee, the senior wideout, and he'll get knocked out right around the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, good throw and catch there by the quarterback for GAC. A good just down and out route. Pretty good coverage there. A nice tackle to prevent a first down, but it'll be up 3rd and short. A nice second down play there for GAC.
Christopher Fielding stopped him, but I hate to tell you, Ward, you know what this means. Another lightning delay.
Goodness.
Lightning delay. It's 7:32 in this first period, and we'll come back with a 3rd and 3 for the Spartans right at the 35-yard line. Folks, it's going to be a long evening. If you've recorded anything like the Kaminsky Method on Netflix, or I'm sure those of you who find a time to do your own therapeutic writing, maybe this is the time to do it. Write a note to a friend right now. It won't take. You can write a note to about 3 friends. Take 10 minutes each. Ward, we got a Braves score yet?
Yeah.
San Francisco 2, Braves nothing. Guzman? Who's pitching for San Francisco?
Gossman.
Gossman. What am I saying?
Posey, a 2-run homer in the first.
Well, the Braves are covering the field apparently right now.
Yeah, looks like a delay there. Well, we've got a delay here, the second of the night officially, the first one during the game. Lions offense goes 3 and out on their first possession as they take the kickoff, and then good field position for GAC as they get the ball on a short kick and have a costly 15-yard personal foul penalty that set them back. And when we come back, it'll be 3rd and short for GAC on their first possession of the game. We're in a lightning delay here on the riverbank.
So, this would probably be a great time to go down memory lane for a moment while we've got a break. Back to some of our old audio clips. No, seriously, we've got some old audio clips. You'll get a kick out of these. You need to listen, folks. These are old audio clips. By the way, we started doing these broadcasts in 2005. We decided we'd do them. I think it was around August 12th when Steve Frank said, we threw this all together. You can see there's a lightning delay on your screen. What do we got first to play?
The following is a Love It Football Network production. From the Love It Football Network, this is the Love It Football pregame show. Stay tuned for interviews with Coach Mike Muschamp, the pregame scouting report on the Lions' opponent this week, and a rundown of the starting lineups. Love It Football
That was all
is
radio
presented by
back
the Love
then.
It
If you noticed,
Linebackers,
that's the
the Love It
pregame
Alumni
song for the
Association,
LSU Fighting
and brought to you
Tigers.
by Georgia
We
Press.
just threw something together as fast as we could. I love that song. I may not be a big LSU fan, but I love the song.
Now let's go
So we decided
Lions.
that's how we would throw that first one together. And we literally did it in the span of about 2 nights. Linebackers threw themselves behind it. Laura Kaufman put our little discs together, and we used equipment. We'll talk about this at halftime. We used equipment that we borrowed from Marist in order to do the game. Hey, we got another audio clip to play. Well, we'll wait till the delay's over, the producer says. Or our director says. So what else have we got to play here?
The following is a Love It Football Network production. From the Love It Football Network,
gosh,
this is the
this is
Love
the-
It Football pregame show. Stay tuned
Voice
for an
for-
interview with Coach Mike Muschamp. A
the
pregame
Georgia
scouting
Bulldogs
report
intro,
on the
Bruce
Lions'
Martin
opponents this week.
at
A
Cox,
rundown on
WSB.
this week's games around the Peach State and tonight's starting lineups.
This was about
Lovett Football is
2006
presented by the
to
Lovett
2011.
Linebackers. Aaron Rentz, FedEx Kinko's, Verizon Wireless, Fuzzy's Place Restaurant, Omni Contractors, and Thompson Court Reporting. And brought to you by
All those
Georgia
great
Prep
sponsors we used to
on
have
the
back
web
in
at
2006, 2010, 11
www.gaprep.com.
timeframe.
And now, to the press box
And
for
we were
tonight's Aaron
streamed on
Rentz pregame show.
GeorgiaPrep.com, which did us, Marist, Westminster, Dublin, Valdosta. Yeah, it's a trip down. It's a trip down memory lane tonight on this. Gord, you were down on the sidelines, fooling with everything going on the sidelines.
Either that or up here doing stats
Yep.
behind the scenes with the new computer system that for the first time since my dad was doing stats handwritten, started doing the computer with a number of those wonderful, smart guys, that Lovett students, doing the stats on the computer, and I was a spotter.
Yeah, I can mention that string of them. We usually had them for about 4 or 5 years. They'd start in 8th grade and continue on. Yep, folks, we're in a weather delay. If any of you are watching on your radar, please tell us what you're seeing. And I can see that somebody's taking my car and leaving. So much for getting home tonight. I'll have to thumb a ride. I see across the way tonight we've got, it looks like Knox Culpepper, John Stevenson, Brooks Fisher, and Scott Cook. I think they played on the 62 or 63 team here. I can see them across the way. Jim Clausen asked me how I could see him. It's pretty easy. Well, I can see him. I can see Knox with his back to us. I can see John Stevenson with his arms folded. I can see Brooks losing his hair, and I can see Scott with a white cap. They're pretty distinct.
That's some Lovett legends right there.
Those are definitely some Lovett legends. I think John's the only one who didn't have a stellar college career. He had a stellar coaching career at NYO, I know that. So, folks, as you can see, we're in a lightning delay. We expect the game to resume in about 20 minutes. We've got 7:51 here on the East Coast. If you want to come back at about 8:10, I don't think you will have missed anything. Looks like we're going to have rain. Question is, are we going to have lightning during it? Well, apparently my mic is too low, they're saying. We're getting a little bit of stream. So they'll check my mic. Yeah, we're getting lots of lightning delays here tonight. By the way, how do y'all like this vintage first season shirt I'm wearing tonight?
Old school.
It's
Love
old, it is definitely old school. Now, little girl, who are you? Where's your grandfather? Right here? Oh, that's right. You want to sit up here? I don't know why she's coughing. Well, you can tell. This is really fun to have May Helen here, Unc C, Clay Conrad. May, I can see you, and she's coughing. You want some water? Here, buddy, have some water. May, drink some water. Well, maybe not. She minds me the same way she does her parents. So, have we got anything more to share on the audio archives? Well, we're back to audio archives. We've got a really good one to play here from Hondo Williamson. This is about 2007. There's a great story behind this one.
This is Neil Hondo Williamson, and you're listening to Love It Football on GAPrep.com. After listening to the thrills of Friday Night Lights, be sure and tune in on Saturdays to Georgia football on the Bulldogs Radio Network. Go Lions and go Dogs!
So, yes, we were able to play that Hondo Williamson promo for one game before the NCAA called and said, nope, they can't do that for you.
I didn't even know that.
And we were sitting there saying, what do you mean? We have no Division I prospects. Are you kidding? Why would you do that to us? And, yep, they pulled a plug on that because they just decided we weren't going to be able to do it. That was frustrating.
The early years, right? Figuring it all out.
They were the early years. They were definitely the early years.
Now with video, back then it was just audio, kind of a radio broadcast in a sense over the internet. Yep. And now we've progressed into this wonderful television broadcast, production with lots of folks contributing and behind the scenes really propping us up, making everything look good.
So it is kind of interesting that going from radio, which obviously we went then to video around that 2015 season using ESE Network, then we realized, gosh, we'd have to sort of up the game and add cameras because we used to only run it off Tommy's.
Yeah, I had one camera, right?
We had one camera, two lenses. Yeah, one camera, two
wide
lenses.
angle, yeah.
Wide angle and zoom. And then now we've got this in here. We're down on the field. We've got 4 feeds.
Got a sideline reporter or two.
We've got, and they rotate in and out.
Camera on the sidelines. That's fantastic.
So it's going to be a lot of fun because if you don't know, we're going to tell you some news about how Lovett's going to handle these sports broadcasts going forward. It's time to pass the baton. We'll cover that in a little bit more. Let's see what we're having here. We're checking power. Yeah, believe me, this is a very nice press box from where we were originally, as you remember. We had leaks. We had mold. Thanks to Steve Franks, we have just a Taj Mahal up here.
Although the spotter wants somehow the noise from the crowd to be involved.
Yeah,
which
that's what I like.
It's their only complaint.
Yeah, that's what I like cranking the window open for. Well, we've got a great halftime segment for you. We've got the original 3 interviewees from the inaugural 2005 broadcast. Number 65, number 4, and number 80 on the 2004 Lions team who came back here to watch Lovett Westminster as they started their freshman year in college. And they have some really fond memories. And, the funny, I don't want to take it away from what they do on this, but I think you'll find it interesting. We asked them the question, what's your probably most memorable part of athletics at Lovett? And I think you'll get a kick out of, was it a famous game? Was it a famous play? What was it? I think you'll get a kick out of all of them universally, what they described as what their favorite memory of Lovett athletics was.
That, folks, is what you call a professional tease. So stick around for halftime to hear that. As we do see the skies getting a little little lighter, but we're still in a lightning delay.
We can if you're wondering how our setup always works here, we started off literally broadcasting off of a cell phone. We plugged in a cell phone. We dialed up All In Broadcasting in Annapolis, Maryland, and then they would call us back, and they would stream it off of our cell phone. And so we had to keep a flip phone, which was analog, in order to do that. And we did that for years. And, of course, we have people dialing in now. We can't talk to them.
Is that widespread panic calling you?
It is widespread panic calling, also known as Tyler. Yeah, it worries me when Tyler Caswell calls up to check in on us. T-Caz, as soon as we come out of the lightning delay, we will be back to hopefully beating the Spartans, stop them on this 3rd and 3, and we'll be in great shape. By the way, T-Caz, you need to listen to the halftime segment. You're mentioned extensively in it. Tyler Caswell, who's the president of the Touchdown Club of Atlanta, Lovett class of 2004, is on the phone with us right now. Tyler, you're ready. You're ready to have some great visitors, speakers. I saw you had Greg McElroy coming. Who else you got coming?
We have Tony Barnhart, we have Andy Staples, we have Greg McElroy, we had Nick Saban and Kirby Smart already this year.
Where does Nick Saban coach?
Alabama.
Oh, yeah. The University of Alabama, Tuscaloosa or Huntsville? Tuscaloosa. Great.
Who was the halftime guest for tonight's game?
Tonight's halftime guests are the captains of the 2004 team, John Thaxton, Charlie Smith, and the middle Jarakitis child.
That's a good group. Well, hey, listen, I'm very excited about the Lions here. I know we had a tough one last week, but we got a great team, and it's going to be a beautiful night on the riverbank once this storm moves out. So I'm pumped for you guys.
Thanks, Tyler, for calling in. We really appreciate it. Sit down and get this lightning out of here, and we'll have some football on hopefully in about another 15 minutes.
I will be listening. Go Lions. Go Rebels. Let's do this.
Go Big Orange.
Go Dogs.
See you, buddy. You know those Caswells. You know, we ought to have somebody out of your class, John, or maybe who knows. We could get Stuart Coleman to call. He's probably, of course, he may be asleep by now. Warren Coleman could be calling in.
It's like the rain delay show on baseball. You get the call-ins. What's your question? Where are you from? What's your name? Call us up.
This is all we were looking for.
All we need is a sponsor now for the lightning delay show.
Part-time meteorologist John Beecham reports weather is moving south to north. You can't see clearing to the south. So, any of the Coleman boys, you can call up tonight. If Matt Abernethy, Abbo, we'd love to hear from you. I know you're listening tonight or watching. Some of your other classmates, maybe Jay Healy, Colin Cross, any of them. Some of the more recents. Thomas Brown, we got Thomas a headset or we just put him on? Oh, yeah. Pull it in a little closer.
Can you hear me, Richard?
I got to have you a little bit more.
Can you hear me, Richard?
A little better.
A little better?
So, Thomas Brown, who, if you watched any Lovett Athletics during the spring, you'd have heard Thomas's voice a lot during the Softball, absolutely. Thomas, junior at the Lovett School?
Yes, sir.
What would be that? Class of 23?
Class of 2023.
Class of 2023. That's Thomas, that's only 49 years after I graduated Lovett. 2023. Hey, you don't have to laugh about it. It's not funny.
Well, no.
It's just something to exclaim about, I can tell.
Yes, sir.
So, you're looking forward. Y'all have a big crew here helping with the network, and you'll be involved with next week's broadcast against the Washington High Bulldogs.
Yes, sir. We've got a big expanded group over here, and I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future brings.
So have you watched a little bit of number 78, Noah Claxton, playing for the Lions? Can you fill us in on Noah?
I have. He's a pretty big guy, 6'4" or something. He moves pretty good for being big. There he is, if you can see him on your screen far left.
How do you know Noah so well?
Oh, I know him. I know him pretty well. He was in my math class last year. He's been in a couple classes of mine. He's a good friend of mine.
Well, how about doing the broadcast? He did a little bit of broadcasting.
No, yeah, that's
with
right.
you.
Yeah, we've announced it multiple games.
Yeah.
Last year, in the spring, in the fall.
He enjoys it.
Yes, sir, he does.
Yep.
I do too.
So what do you think is the most interesting thing about how we've been able to pull most of this together? We've got all this new equipment. We've got equipment that people can't even figure out that is stacked behind us. What's the most interesting thing about how it all comes together for you?
I mean, just how it all works, how all these 5, 6 monitors come together to make one great broadcast, how you can go down in the field, run with the players, talk back to the booth, all the communication technology. It's pretty cool. It works well.
It does. It's really interesting how we've been able to pull this together. So what's the most challenging thing about a softball game when it's a blowout? What do you try and do to cover the time? Do you talk about, bad teachers, good teachers, bad students, good students?
Well, I'll talk about good teachers. I don't know about the bad ones.
Well, I mean, they didn't have to be at Lovett. They could have been somewhere else. Exactly.
Yeah, they could be at my old school or somewhere else. But no, it's about trying to keep the listeners intrigued, trying to keep them on air. If it's 12-1 or 10-2 or something like that, just kind of not killing time, but trying to get to the end in a big blowout.
So as you can tell, we're killing time here during a rain
sir.
delay or lightning delay, to be more technical or technically accurate about it. I can see that it looks like we've got Matt Abernathy calling in. Abbo, is that you?
This is Crawford Long, Richard.
Crawford! It's good to hear from you. I can tell it's not you. Yep, it's my last night on the air, but it's not my last night in the press box.
That's good. Am I live on air right now, or are you just taking calls?
No, we're just taking calls. We're in a lightning delay.
Oh, nice. Well, I caught a little bit of the game last week, about the whole second half. I was eating over at Barrow's Pizza, and I came in and stopped by to watch it cold.
So you liked our broadcast better than WCAT's?
I did tune into your broadcast. WCAT runs a top-notch operation over there, but I was watching it.
I'm proud of you for acknowledging that your alma mater runs a top-notch operation.
Of course they do. And the football team didn't look too bad either.
Well, yeah, I thought Westminster, they've got some talented kids. I like the Stays young man. He's talented. And I thought they for a first game of the year, it was what you'd expect. Not a lot of offense, but I love having the Westminster folks dial in with us. This is great.
Absolutely. Well, I knew your last night on the air, I couldn't pass it up. Calling you all the way from Richmond, Virginia.
Oh, good. Well, tell all your in-laws hello, and I can't wait to see you when you get back.
Absolutely. Well, good luck, and I hope this weather clears up shortly, and we'll talk to you in a flash.
Shoot. Appreciate it, buddy. See you, Crawford.
Thank you.
Bye. Well, you can tell a lot of folks dial in when you have Westminster grads from, what is it, class of 09, 08? Class of 09. Audie, it's perfect timing. Folks, we've got our new SID. Audie, are you on?
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, Barry football.
Sir.
Catch us up on Barry football before you landed at Lovett as our new sports information director.
So I went to Barry College for undergrad for 4 years, and then I went to Lenoir-Rhyne University for grad school for 2 years. Barry, 5-time SAA champions, and they won my sophomore to my senior years, and then 2 years after. So they've won 5 straight. They're a really good football team, led by Tony Konchesky, very very good guy. Very strong coach, really good squad, and excited to watch them play this year. Maybe down the line get to call some games. We'll see how that goes. But excited for their season and really excited to be here at Lovett, and just really excited to help grow Lovett Athletics as well as help grow the Lovett Network as well. So
how is it broadcasting during a pandemic?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. The first couple of games I did were basketball games without any fans, and that was very interesting. I did it at Lenoir-Rhyne, and I kind of struggled because I'm the kind of guy who likes to keep one ear off and hear the crowd and get really into the game and feel the emotion of the game as I'm calling it, and that really helps me keep my energy up throughout the whole broadcast. But we got through it, and it was really cool to see. I mean, I can only imagine how it felt to be playing in a game where there's no fans. It's literally just, the admin and whatever student workers were there over break to, work the game. So it was definitely a different atmosphere.
When things get interrupted just like this and a lightning delay and the like, do you think it's easier to just go to something that's canned, or is it easier to just ad-lib the whole time? We heard what the production folks said. Let's just go with the canned stuff. They don't want us.
Yeah, I'm more of an improvisation guy. So when I'm calling a game, I just go off of what is happening in front of me. I kind of like to, pay homage to someone like Kevin Harlan, who just runs with things and lets things go and has a good time calling games and just keeps telling a story. So someone like that is someone I definitely admire.
Well, I can give you the history of Lovett football from about 66 season forward. This would be, I think, the 61st year of Lovett football.
Wow.
As a varsity squad.
That's amazing.
The Lions used to play at St. Pius Stadium. It used to be Joe Bean Stadium, same as Lovett, only on one side. And Lovett would play there, St. Pius would play there, and St. Joseph's, another school here in Atlanta, which no longer exists as a high school, St. Joseph's used to play there. So all three schools would play at Pius's field.
Wow, that's incredible.
Sometimes on a Thursday night the Lions would play. And so it wasn't until, I believe, the 65 or 66 season when Lovett was able to open this stadium, which was named for Martin Kilpatrick, the also known as Buster Kilpatrick. Oh, boy, we've got more folks calling in. We've got Michelle Pope calling in from Hawaii. So, Michelle, your successor is up here with us. You're on air right now, Michelle. Tell us.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm good, Michelle. Don't tell me I'm doing a poor job.
Yeah, I'm calling to scold you. No, I'm just kidding.
So, how are things in Hawaii watching the broadcast in a lightning delay?
I'm seeing the rain, and I'm sad. Not really sad that I'm missing that, but it's awesome to watch the Lions. As always, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, so kind of different.
It's not 2 o'clock here. It's 8 o'clock.
Right. But no, just wanted to call in and thank you, Richard, for all you've done for Lovett Athletics and the Lovett Network. Over the years, you were so great to me during my time as sports information manager, and I just Thank you.
Well, listen, nobody enjoys it like I do. I love being with y'all. I'll always be around, and I'm really looking forward to my trips to Hawaii over the next few years because I'll be there probably at least once every other month.
Yes, please come visit.
We'll,
Not right now. It's really bad with COVID right now.
I'll bring a big crowd with me.
Awesome.
All right.
Well, I don't want to take up too much time.
No.
Thank you guys, and I'll be watching.
Thanks, Michelle, for calling in.
All right.
See you, buddy. Bye. So, Adi, that's Michelle Pope, who had this role before you did, and she works now for Ironman in Hawaii doing sports information for them.
Yeah, she's been definitely a great help and helping me to transition into this job. Just like I said, really excited to get rolling and just thinking about like all the history that Lovett has, and really excited to keep building it here and keep it rolling.
Well, I think the great thing about high school athletics to me is, and you'll hear it during the halftime segment, is just how it allows kids of all different backgrounds to sort of come together and say, we've got one common purpose right now. And yes, we may not win every game. Yes, we may not win a championship, but you sort of become champions in being good citizens, being good teammates, being responsible people. And that's the value of athletics to me is learning responsibility. And that's what I like about the network right now. Everybody is learning responsibility, whether it's on the sidelines running a camera, whether it's doing on-field segment or up here in the press box. Everybody's learning a little responsibility and seeing how I can help out here, I can help out there.
Yeah, and that's what I love about being a broadcaster as well. You're just a small cog in the machine. You get to tell the stories of the athletes and kind of just guide them along. And you get to see, like you said, teams start from right here at the bottom and get all the way to the mountaintop and win that championship. So that's really exciting to see. So, and you get to see the development of people. I'm sure you've seen this young man right here grow up a lot in the last 2-3 years.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's exciting to see and really excited to be on board here.
So we've got more of our Lovett Network folks up here right now joining as they keep wandering through. Yep, still wandering through. Folks, it looks like we had to add time to the lightning delay. Not sure what to explain on that other than they've put another 28 minutes up. Adi, thanks, man. We'll have more time. Don't go far.
You're all sweet.
So the Braves field is now ankle deep, and they are squeegeeing the field.
Can you hear me on there, Richard?
I can hear you.
Sounds clean.
So who's coming in?
The Lovett Network team.
I like our network team.
We're going to show off everybody here. All right, I'm going to pass the mic. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name's Finney. What's so funny?
I'm Layla. I'm Isabella. I'm Katie.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Ashni.
And I'm Finney. She's Layla. That's Isabella. That's Katie. That's Adam.
Okay, so
It's a Nud Day?
Was it?
In the middle school.
And for the seniors.
I didn't get the
USA
memo.
theme for the game.
Katie knows the most.
What do you guys
It
think
is a
about the
USA
new
theme for the
seniors?
game, but there's no Ned today. Only the seniors.
Yeah, I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So are the Ultras still involved?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ultras
there were
still
earlier.
involved,
Everyone's
good.
in Wallace Gym right now.
They're in the Wallace Gym apparently right now.
Yes.
So y'all, if you could, if you have your SAT or ACT scores back, tell us your SAT or ACT score or not.
Some people are taking it tomorrow. I'm
Real-
not.
I got an 1800 on the SAT.
I passed with a flying 36.
On the ACT?
No, on the SAT.
I
got a perfect 100% on the SAT.
I got a 329.
I got a 94 on the SAT.
I didn't even show up to the SAT.
Now, one of the things we're gonna have to make sure y'all do is understand. You put that mic pointed the bottom. Yes.
Oh.
We can hear you a lot better that way. See?
Layla, whisper something to the crowd.
Okay. So catch us up. Finn, how long you been at Lovett?
That's a really good question. I left in first grade for dyslexia school, and then I came back in fourth grade.
Got it.
So how many years that is?
Well, what year are you now? I can do the math.
Oh. Junior.
Like what year at Lovett is this from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You came back in fourth, right?
Okay, let's do the math.
11, back
Kindergarten,
to 4.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
This is your 9th year at Lovett.
No, I could have sworn I had another hand.
Almost a decade.
This is starting your 9th year. You were gone for 2 years.
Yeah.
Layla, what year are you?
I've been at Lovett since 3rd grade, and this is my 9th year.
Loser.
At the Lovett School.
And so what year is that? You're a junior.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a junior. This is my 9th year.
I too am a junior, and this is my 3rd year at Lovett. I'm also a junior, and this is my 4th year at Lovett.
6th year, I'm a junior.
I am a senior, and this is my 6th year at Lovett.
This is really commendable for y'all to put up with all this and have to go back down, because you can see we've come back out on the field. So it looks like we're going to have football before too long. We're probably about, I would say we're less than 20 minutes away from football. We're more like 15 minutes away from football. So listen, if there's anything we can get y'all, let us know. But otherwise, I think we're going back on air to describe the action. Thomas is going to hang in there with us.
Yes, sir.
Thomas, don't leave me.
I won't.
Okay?
I'll be here.
So, GAC's come out on the field. They're in the south end zone area, or now they're out to the 15.
Good luck, everyone. You're going to all have to go down there.
The lines are warming up. I see we've got our Director of Alumni Relations, Laura Kaufman, calling in. Laura, I'm surprised you're not asleep. You're on air with us here on the Lovett Network. It's you. Most Tech fans are probably asleep by 8:20 at night.
That's why we're so smart, Richard.
Yeah. You get all your sleep.
Exactly. I just want to call up and just tell you, buddy, how grateful I am to you and how Lovett alumni, being the alumni director, how awesome it's been to have you doing these broadcasts and starting it up, so many years ago, back when I was working in athletics with Steve Franks, and you had this idea and you made it happen. You've carried it all the way to 2021, and who would have thought it'd be where it is now?
And
brilliant.
Listen, this has been the most fun. I can remember us burning those discs and me running over and grabbing it from you to put it on the air of a halftime interview or a pregame segment or announcements, whatever it was, and we had a little portable CD player that we'd plug in and do it all off a cell phone.
Yeah, I realized you had to get another phone because people kept trying to call you.
Yes.
You couldn't use your personal phone. I just think back to those days. It was so much fun because we were building something new, and I'm sure you've had a lot more fun since it's gotten easier to do with all the help that you've got. But, you had the inspiration, and you really brought Lovett football into the homes of all of our alumni and family and grandparents, and I don't know how Lovett could ever thank you for that, Richard. And Lovett owes you a great debt of gratitude, and thank you for being such a great servant, and more so to your wife, Mary, who deserves probably double thanks
Listen,
for tolerating it all these years.
it's the fact that I think she is probably, as I'll say, she's the best spotter in history. And I can remember years ago that Chet Rollins, who was, I guess, Lovett class of 75, an outstanding running back for the Lions, had a lot of one of those Rollins brothers with Art Rollins, class of 77. And Chet once made the comment, he said, you know what? There's one thing I can tell you. I would rather sit with Mary Jarakitis at a football game than any guy on the planet, because she can spot things immediately that no guy ever spots. She figures out coverage, if somebody who it's on. So, yes, I was lucky to marry her, and trust me. Yes. Yeah, it's all that Gainesville high watching that. Well, thanks for dialing in. Stay with us. We're about to go back. I think they're going to put us on the field right now. Laura, we'll catch up soon. See you, buddy. Go Lions. All right, folks. The lightning delay is going to be lifted, and we will go back on air with a broadcast. That is a broadcast of high school football instead of filling air. 7:32 to go here in this first period. Lions and GAC. The Spartans on their first series, who took over at their 38, made a first down, but the personal foul call on Addison Nichols pushed it back outside the 40, and they'll face 3rd and 3. And Sharp will go shotgun set, trips to the right. He'll hand it running wide and going to slide out of bounds. Was Josh Williamson, who took it on a little stretch play, and he's going to pick up enough for a first down inside the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down. Where's that, Ward? The 28?
Yeah, they're just going to run all night off that left side, and got a nice first down run there to right at the 28, like you said, Richard.
So Sharp will take it, look over the middle, and it's batted away on an outstanding play for the Lions. Sam Boudreau did a great job of stepping across that throw and getting that arm up.
Yeah, outstanding coverage. We do a lot of one-on-one single coverage, and that quarterback for GAC tried to lead that receiver on that hash run there, and a great defensive play on a pass breakup there for the Lions. The senior Sam Boudreau, defensive back.
So pistol set, shotgun set. Hurst is in the pistol for the Spartans. They put a man in motion. They're going to run it on a little cross buck, and he'll get across the 25 down near the 24, but good defense by the Lions that time. They filled very quickly on that. MJ Greentree did a good job for the Lions, along with Wall and Stevie Bracey. Luke Graham turned it in, but it'll bring up 3rd and a short 7, long 6. The line to gain is just inside the 19-yard line. So out of the shotgun, Sharp will look right, throw right, and it's incomplete. He took his eyes off Ward Williamson did, as if he was going to try and cut it up field.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of a start to run before you catch it. It was a little stop route right on the hash. It wasn't going to be enough for the first down, so they were counting on yardage after catch. And this will bring up an interesting choice for GAC on their opening possession of this lightning-delayed first half. It looks like they'll bring the field goal unit back out.
Yeah, Brandon Roundtree will put the tee down right at the 32. It'll be a 42-yard kick if good, if it's not a fake. Inside snap, and I think it's no good. It's just wide left.
I don't know if that snap, that was a little bit wide snap. But had to bring it back, might have thrown the timing off. But he looked like he yanked that a little, and that's good for the Lions to get a stop on the missed field goal there for GAC on this opening drive. Just 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Yes, that's right. Lightning delay, folks.
Yeah, we had about a 40-minute lightning delay. And if those of you who suffered through us trying to fill it, we had lots of call-ins, and we appreciate y'all calling in. We even had Westminster alums calling in. So the Lions take over 1st and 10, our best field position. At the 20, Lusink takes it, looks, throws it, and that ball, I think, was tipped. We tried to find Alex Lindsay on a little turn-in route. Could you tell, Ward, who got his hands on it?
Yeah, I think that inside receiver, inside defender kind of playing zone coverage there, got a beat on it. And then I think the timing was just a little off on our offense, too. Probably a little bit of a late throw there. Had 2 receivers open, one shallow and one in the flat there. And, again, tough getting yardage on first down for the Lions. It's kind of been the thing this year so far.
So stacks up left. Lusink will take it and sort of dive ahead and maybe get to the 22, 23-yard line. They'll give him the 22, so it'll bring up 3rd and 8 lines. Lindsay replaces Kelly for the Lions, so you figure we'll go trips to one side.
Yeah, another 3rd down, kind of longish. Lions have had a bunch of these this year so far.
So from the 22, the Lions have 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left, and Lusink's going to look, and it's complete to Lindsay. It'll be just enough for a first down. Lindsay got hit hard right at the 30 by Joshua McGee, but he held on to it, and the Lions will go no huddle, a little NASCAR, and set up right at the 31-yard line. Lusink, empty backfield. He'll call his own number and get across the 35 out near the 37, 38-yard line, get 6.
Yeah, great throw on 3rd down there. Even better catch to get the first down, just enough. And we go NASCAR there with the zone read. Quarterback keep and get good yardage on first down that time. That's what we want to see, this Lovett offense, with a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of execution, and sustain a drive here. Just it's been tough last week. Give some credit to Westminster's defense, but first down of the night.
So out of the pistol, we fake it to Stemmel. We look, we dump it, and it's complete and up across the 40. Diving ahead goes
that Henry Jones.
Yeah, that's Henry Jones, who did a great job of gathering that in.
We'll give credit to Lusink there because his initial read was to Jones, but they had that covered initially in the flat, so he let the play develop a little bit. And by then Jones got open, and then he broke that initial arm tackle and got a first down. Lovett knocking on the door in GAC territory now.
So on this first down play, we throw it in, and it's going to be intercepted. We just floated it. I don't know who we were looking for. It was picked off right at the midfield stripe by Luke Hicks, who'd really kind of dropped back into that coverage. You know, Ward, I don't think we ever found our release.
Yeah, it's almost
on
like
that.
The receivers did one pattern and coordination of the offense, and the quarterback was thinking something else because he short-armed that and floated it, and there was 2 or 3 receivers in the area, but it didn't go to any of the Lovett receivers, and GAC gets a turnover, and that's just been a sore subject for Lovett on offense, is turning the ball over this year so far.
So GAC has, again, great field position at their own 49-yard line. So they'll go pistol set. Sharp will leave it with Hurst. He'll burst ahead.
Look at Bracy.
Bracy did a good job of filling the hole. Hit him, but just really didn't wrap up great.
Well, he was getting held, I think, too, for that center 55. But you're right. It was a big pop, but he fell forward for some yardage.
So give him 4 on that. And they'll go single back set, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Man in motion is Williamson. They try and run a little roll out to the right. Sharp's going to look, and that ball. Where's the flag coming from? Do they have
all
a man downfield?
It's got to be. Well, I think they got a hold in the center of the field, and then this near sideline, the official threw the flag. I think that lineman got downfield as a slow developing rollout. See what the call is. Might have 2 Yeah, it is downfield. Lineman downfield on GAC. Pass was incomplete. Slow developing play on the roll. They like to roll out right, don't they, Richard, on their pass plays? Looks like we're going to decline that?
We said we were no, we didn't decline that. Please.
Oh, there was 2 penalties on the play. We declined the first one.
Now
or did we?
Now I'm really confused.
Wow, we did decline it, Richard. That would have been a 10-yard penalty, I believe. So it'll be third and
5.5, 6. We'll call it 3rd and 6 from the 47 as we decline the penalty on the lineman downfield. Sharp will look. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to his left. Look. We're going to hit him right there. I mean, dropped him right there. Chase Nally came up. No, that wasn't. Check that. That wasn't Chase. That was Jake Bryant coming up. Boy, Jake absolutely tracked him that time.
Yeah, great hit there in the open field. That quarterback was doing everything he could to
I saw the
try
4
to
and thought it
play.
was 1-4 instead of 3-4. So Brandon Roundtree will come in. He'll stand right around his 37. He'll get this punt away right around his 40. GAC has to hustle a man in. They only had 10. So Beaver will drop deep, and we blocked it. Fielding blocked it.
Wow, he's going to get a first down, I think, Richard.
No.
He fumbled that ball.
And that ball's still loose. The thing is, though, when it's
very slow snap. So the really delayed snap there, and we easily blocked it. They picked it up immediately, ran outside to the edge.
And they said that he was out on the 40. The kick was blocked by Fielden. It was recovered by Luke Hicks, and he had the presence of mind to take it upfield for about 20 yards from where he gathered it in right near the 40. What a break for GAC. They fake it to Hurst. Sharp's going to try and throw it deep. He's got a man out there, and it is caught in the back corner of the end zone as he found Will Hardy on a post route, and GAC goes up 6-0 here, 2:12 to go in this first period. Boy, what a turn of events.
Well, we blocked the punt, and I'm thinking momentum is going to switch to our side, and immediately it's almost like a turnover within a turnover there as they get the first down on the run after the block kick, and then they set up the roll out to the right, throw back to the left, and perfectly thrown ball.
And I don't think that kick is good. No. Roundtree hooks it left, and your score remains 6-0 here on the Riverbank. Boy, Ward, as we said, how in the world that thing ended up, it
bounced right to their up back, who their personal protector was, who obviously is an athlete, and he got outside, had some speed in the presence of mind to get outside, and he got a first down, and that's a big turn of events. The Lions looked like they were going to have the ball past midfield into GAC territory, and instead it's a first down on a block kick and then a touchdown on the roll right, throw back to the left there. And a big play for GAC, 2 in a row, big plays for GAC.
And I guess technically it's a 51-yard drive because they converted on 4th down.
Yes.
So a 51-yard drive in 5 plays, the capper being that 40-yard touchdown pass from Sharp to Hardy. And GAC goes up 6-0. So Roundtree will boot this one deep, and it'll be taken right at the 2 by Fielden. Going up that far sideline, he'll get up near the 25-yard line and be dropped there. Boy.
What a turn of events that sequence was. Perfectly thrown ball there on by GAC quarterback after the the weird block punt / first down run. Couldn't have drawn that up in the playbook. With the snap, we'll have to keep an eye on the snap on the punts, as we easily broke through with that really slow, wobbly snap.
So Dylan Mayers checks in for the Lions at quarterback. He'll send 3 receivers to his right on this 1st and 10. Mayers going to keep it, going to try and weave his way across the 30, get out near the 31-yard line. Nice 6-yard pickup.
Well, you go back to the turnover by the Lions on offense on the interception, so that set up GAC with excellent field position, and Lovett looked like they were going to get the stop, but what a turn of events. Good gain there on 1st down, about 5 yards, so that's been a critical element to this Lions offense, is getting something on 1st down.
So a stack set right next to Mayers, and
they jumped. Should be an encroachment, I believe.
It looked like GAC's Brad Bennett jumped. He wasn't drawn off.
Yeah, it's not the first one of those we've seen this year.
So same stack set. We'll leave it with Stimmel. He'll burst ahead.
Oh, he just ran
and
over
just keep
somebody.
Driving into GAC territory down inside the 45-yard line.
Boy, if we get a look at the replay, you'll see Stimmel just run over a safety at that 3rd level. What a great run there. Good drive brewing here for the Lions.
So from the GAC 44, we'll go empty set. Mayers is barely going to make it, though, back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we kind of go NASCAR. Mayers called his own number there. Well defended by GAC linebacker core.
Yeah, Nichols and Lane combined on that stop. That is a big defensive line.
And we're used to seeing their linebackers make probably 80% of their tackles on the run, especially.
So Bracey split wide left. Givinston is near side with Lindsey. We'll throw it incomplete. We were trying to find Henry Jones releasing, and that'll bring up 3rd down. Boy, Ward.
Boy, and Alex Lindsey was wide open.
I was just,
jeez.
You
I think
read
that's
my
what
mind.
Coach Muschamp was saying. The read might have been too quick on the read there.
I mean,
Lindsey downfield about 5 yards
behind
but in the slot,
everybody,
just wide open.
Stops the clock with 12 seconds to go here in this 1st period. We'll go pistol set. Now go stack, move Bracey over from the left to the right on this 3rd and 9. And we'll take it, hand it off. A flag came out. I don't know, Ward, if we were set.
I think that's a motion penalty.
Yeah, I think when Bracey shifted, I don't think he was set before we snapped it.
And that was definitely a play on 3rd down to set up going for it on 4th down for sure. That might change things in a big way here, because now it'll be 3rd and even longer, maybe 3rd and 14. Although they're having a little bit of a discussion here.
By the way, we'll look for games around the state. Only 2 schools in our region are playing. Pace plays tomorrow night at Rabun County up in Clayton, and McNair plays at Chattahoochee County tonight. Washington, Therrell, Kip, Columbia, they're all idle.
I think they declined the penalty, Richard. Nope. They're going to back it up. A lot of discussion here by these officials.
So they'll move it back out to the 48, and it'll make it, we're just going to call it practically 3rd and 14. The line to gain is the GAC 34-yard line. Line's moving, as you can see, left to right out of that south end zone, heading towards that north gate. And the clock will hit 0. We've played 12. We got 36 more left. So we're going to go to the sidelines. What do we got?
I'm here on the sidelines with the Ultras, which are Willa Compt and Aiden Taylor. I'm going to ask them a few questions about what they're hopeful for this year and just being Ultras in general. So what made you decide to be an Ultra in the first place?
So I really wanted to be an ultra because I feel like the past couple of years ultras have been slacking a little bit, and I wanted to bring that school spirit back and support everyone in my grade and all the Lovett teams.
It's definitely been really hard the past year, so I totally get that. And what's your go-to way to like hype up the crowd?
My go-to way is definitely the roller coaster chant. It gets the crowd going. Everyone knows how to do it, and everyone loves it.
That's everyone's favorite. So which game are you most excited for this season?
I'm definitely most excited for Pace. I mean, I love beating Pace. It's awesome. Everyone loves beating Pace. Football team does, the fans does, and I'm just excited to beat them this year.
I'm so excited to beat them too. You're here. We're gonna beat them this year. We got it. Back to you guys. Thanks, guys.
Good stuff, Katie. First quarter ends with GAC had 6-0. They missed that extra point. That's always could be critical, but it's got a good big third down for the Lions offense. Get any other scores there, Richard?
Well, I'm looking around the state.
Lightning delays everywhere.
Crisp County leads Houston County 17-7. Jones County over North Gwinnett. That's a surprising score, 14-0. So the Lions on this 3rd and 14, we'll call it, empty backfield really for Lusink. No, check that. It's Dylan Mayers is in. I thought I saw 3 check in. But no, Dylan, he's audibling out of this, trips to the left, and he'll shift Henry Jones to the left. He looks left and throws it incomplete. No, that pass is incomplete. That's no lateral.
Just again, the execution there. I mean, it's an easy pitch and catch right there. We just look like we're rushing. We've got the whole play set up. We got blockers out in front. You see the replay here. Just throws behind him. Didn't set his feet. Stimmel got his footwork messed up a little, and we'll have to punt. Promising drive stalls for the Lions offense. We've said that a couple of times this year already.
So to Vinny standing on his 37. He'll get this punt away right around his 40. Good snap, and he gets away a driving kick that Hardy takes right at the 25-yard line. And that's where GSC will set up 1st and 10.
GAC's defense stepped up a couple of times now to get third down stops and get the ball back on for their offense. And we've seen a steady dose of running to the left and passing, rolling out to the right. We'll see what GAC comes with on this possession. We'll start out in a spread here.
So trips right for Sharp. He'll look right, now look left, and pass falls incomplete as he fired it on that far sideline, trying to find Aiden McKinney.
Yeah, we've seen a couple drops, or either that or it's the wet ball from the moisture on the field after the rain, but a couple of fastballs not completed for GAC on wide open receivers.
So 2nd and 10, again, trips to the right. He'll leave it with Hurst. Hurst will struggle ahead across the 25, and they'll blow the whistle and say he's down right around the 27.
Yeah, Bracy again. Just
Kelly's over there. Bracy, yeah.
Filling that gap. Kelly in there too. He said Bracy's all over the field tonight on the running plays especially. Boy, he's been a great linebacker for years now. We've been spoiled lately by our middle linebackers over the past 10 years.
No kidding.
Some of Lovett's all-time bests. Bracy, definitely one of those.
3rd and 8, GAC from the 27. He's under pressure. Bracy's giving chase. He's going to try and throw it. He can't find Williamson trying to break open across the 40.
Yeah, Bracy blew that play up and threw the timing off and made that quarterback speed up. You'll take a look at the replay here. Bracy just blows through on the stunt. Little TE stunt, a tackle in stunt. Got through there, and he had a wide open receiver, just couldn't connect with him because of his timing.
Yeah, I'm surprised Williamson didn't come back for him. He just kind of kept drifting deeper.
Let's watch this snap again.
High snap, but he'll get it away, and Roundtree will kick it to Beaver at the 40. He'll fair catch it, and the Lions We'll have pretty good field position to start this first drive of the second quarter. Lions trail at 6-0 here, game 2 of this 2021 season.
Well, good job by the Lions defense getting a 3-and-out there. After a promising drive, got stalled on Lovett's offense. So good field position now after the 3-and-out by the defense, and the offense for the Lions will take over. Let's see if we can get some momentum and some rhythm to this offense, especially on first and second down, to try to avoid those second and third and longs.
So Mayers will go under center this time. And he has to go back and dive on it. Was that just a bad exchange?
Yeah. Again, we saw that a couple times last week. Either quarterback not getting the snap or a bad snap from this veteran offensive line. Just, again, that weird execution or lack thereof.
So the play loses 1 yard back to the 39. And we'll go shotgun with trips to the left this time for Mayers. He'll look, float it out to Beaver. He gets away from one man, spins ahead across the 45, stays on his feet, and right up to the midfield stripe. And I think he's got enough for a first down. Great running effort by Anderson Beaver.
Yeah, that's good second and third effort. It's almost like those two defenders that flash together. You see it on the replay here with the arm tackle. That one defender right there holds him up, and then that second defender actually helps move Beaver forward. So a great highlight reel for Beaver there on the first down gain. Lovett's right at midfield.
Williamson and Halleck were trying to bulldog him down. And the Lions pick up a first down right at the midfield stripe. We'll leave it with Beaver. He'll slice across the left, pick up 10, pick up 14 into GAC territory down to the 36-yard line. Anderson Beaver.
Well, that's fresh legs right there, Richard. He's got a burst on 2 plays, one on the pass and now one on the run, just off left guard tackle hole there. Good blocking on the left side with big 78, and then our fullback pushing through is really just well executed.
Claxton and Graham did a good job that time.
Claxton blocking down this young left
Beaver's
tackle.
going to slice ahead again for about 5, down inside the 35 to about the 31. It'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Well, that's a case of if it's not broke, don't try to fix it. It's 2 straight plays off that left side where we collapse block with our left tackle down, get our guard to the second level at the linebacker level, then fill with a fullback. And good gains there, 2 consecutive running plays. Beaver looks good.
Daisy finally brought him down for the Spartans. Out of the 3rd and 5, as we go with sort of a bunch set, Mayer's going to come to this near side and get run out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 2 on that. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. This is 4-down territory, right?
Oh,
Ward?
yeah, definitely. Even if Coach Muschamp wasn't coaching, it would be 4-down, but especially with him. Yeah, zone read, keep there. We could have gotten one little block on the edge. I think our running back, Beaver, was expecting the ball there and couldn't get downfield to get that one extra block, but very 3rd and manageable.
So we go pistol set with 2 receivers to the right, and Stimmel's going to fight off that right side and pick up enough for a first down inside the 25, still on his feet, driving inside the 20, still on his feet, and finally being brought down around the 15-yard line, giving 14 yards on that.
Now that's a case of big Noah Claxton and James Wall and Grant Ewing blocking downfield, just moving the pile. You'll see Stimmel there, and then, yeah, big 71 there. Grant Ewing just pushing the pile.
And Stimmel's going to get dropped. Boy, they sold out there by sending Cole Boyden. I mean, they came with a run blitz that time,
well, they had
knowing we're going wide.
They had their big set of defensive linemen in there, and those 2 guys just blew up our blockers. Addison, the big tackle for GAC, he just blew that play up. We'll go quick again, but not much.
I think we got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, you see Addison Nichols, big 72 for GAC, 6'7", 300-pounder. he's disrupted these last 2 plays. We had a tough time blocking him. Might need to get a double team. Looks like GSC's got an injury.
GAC's got one of their defensive linemen down. I can't tell if it's Luke Winter or Caleb Ellis. But timeout on the field. Lions trail at 6-0. We'll have it 3rd and 11 at the GAC 17-yard line. By the way, we ought to mention for the campus store, I have something for you, Ward, from the campus store.
Whoa.
I know, it's impressive. The holidays are fast approaching. Well, at least Labor Day is. And the Lovett campus store is not only stocked with brand new Lovett Spirit gear, gifts, and supplies, it's full of those seasonal items to fill your home with things to remind you that 2022 is fast upon us. And can it get here any quicker? Their prices are always lower than retail. There's no sales tax, and all proceeds go back to the school. You will never lose when you shop at the campus store, but you'd better be doing your shopping online.
Well, a promising drive for the Lions, but they stalled down on the last couple of plays, trailing 6-0 here almost midway through the second quarter. Injury for GAC, looks like a lower leg, maybe a cramp, walks off on his own, so a big 3rd down for the Lions here. Again, 3rd and long. I would suggest 4-down territory again, so you can call this 3rd down play with the idea you can got 2 plays to get 11 yards.
Or you we're certainly, I think, in Connor DeVinny's
3 points
field
would be
goal
huge.
range. He's kicking it well. He'll be a good, strong kicker for the Lions for 4 seasons. All right, shotgun set, 3 receivers right. Mayers on a long count, looks over to the sideline, and he'll audible. We move Henry Jones back into sort of a pistol set. Now he'll go also to the right, flanking Mayers. He'll take it, fake it, look. Complete! Down inside the 5 and down in the end zone goes Alex Lindsey on a bullet. I mean, a rope.
What a throw. What a catch. That was in a lot of defensive traffic there. Not only do we get the 1st down, we get the touchdown. What a throw of the Lions quarterback on the 3rd down play. Take a look at this replay. In the slot over there on the right edge, we kind of flush out, but we've got a lot of traffic. Look at that throw. Threads the needle. What a great play on 3rd down, 3rd and long. Not only get the 1st down, we get the touchdown.
Great awareness by Alex Lindsey to break that route off just a little inside.
Yeah, well coached there because instead of working downfield, he kind of stalled the route.
So Fielding to hold, Bracey to snap it, and DeVinny will attempt this extra point. And it's good. Your new score, Lovett 7, GAC 6, 6:51 here to go in this second period.
Yeah, let's see if we can get another look at this replay on the touchdown. 3rd and 11 here, and you'll see the setup to the right here on the edge, and really good route there as he kind of stalled and came back in and cut the ball, and that's an outstanding throw by the sophomore quarterback, Dylan Mayers. And we get a first big touchdown of this 2021 campaign on a drive, as last week we got the touchdown after the missed punt there. So that's our first sustained drive. Lions, your Ruth Chris scoring recap. That's 7 plays, a 60-yard drive with a 17-yard TD pass to cap it off. The extra point gives us the 1-point lead with 6 minutes, 51 seconds left. The Lions lead at 7-6, and momentum has definitely switched. That was a good-looking drive by the Lions.
So DeVinny to boot it away. Williamson deep, but this ball will bound and go out of bounds. Hardy hovered over there to watch it, and it'll go out of bounds right around the 14-15, and GAC will set up shop at their own 35-yard line.
Well, the defense did a great job last series of holding GAC to a 3-and-out. With the momentum switched here, is this an equipment timeout, Richard, or are they going to make us re-kick it?
No, they'll put it at the 35.
Yeah, you take it at the 35 all day long. All right, so they're just trying to get the chains settled here. both teams went to the sidelines.
Trying to dial up that old defense. All right, out of the shotgun, pistol set. They'll leave it with Hurst. No, check it. Sharp's going to throw it incomplete. Was that Williamson coming back for it? Their numbers are so small on their jerseys.
Yeah, hard to see that.
Yeah, that was Williamson coming back for it.
First time they kind of rolled left. They went fake to the right and rolled left, threw across his body. A little bit of a low throw, but that's an open receiver. Probably would tell you I should catch that, but break for the Lions is incomplete on first down.
So 2nd and 10 GAC from their own 35. Shotgun set. Lions back out of what looked like a blitz. They're going to run it with Williamson trying to run wide. We'll give chase and drive him down right around the 37-yard line.
Yeah, good tackle there by James Wall.
Robert Mitchell was stringing it out. But, yeah, Wall finished it off.
Wall had the Mitchell had the containment on the outside there. Great job by him preventing it from outside leverage there, and then Wall cleaned it up. Big third down play here.
3rd and 8. Clock ticks, 6:11, 6:10 to go here. Second period, Lions lead at 7-6. Sharp will take it, look, and float it deep just beyond the reach of Hardy. He had him open, but he had to let it go a little too early.
Yeah, that's the big receiver that caught the touchdown. Single coverage on the edge, but I think Bracey got in there again and impacted the play. Oh, no, it was Bell, you're right.
Yeah.
Nose guard, the sophomore, with a pressure there, maybe prevented an accurate pass from getting a big completion. Another 3 and out. Again, watch this snap by GAC special teams. They've had a couple of troubles here.
So Roundtree will get this kick away around his 27, and he gets away a boomer that's going to drive Beaver back.
Oh, man, what a
boy,
punt.
what a driving kick that's going to be down finally at the 7-yard line.
Well, that's a mistake by the Lions on special teams because we didn't rush the punter at all, so we should have been in coverage. Got to catch that ball. Fair catch. Not, as that was a 15-yard roll inside the 10-yard line. So GAC special teams flips the field. That's a big one.
Yeah, that turned out to be a 55-yard punt. So 1st and 10 Lions from their own 7. We need to grind out some first downs here. We'll go under center, and Lusink will hand it wide, and trying to push ahead is Stimmel. He'll pick up about 3, weaving his way off this left side.
Yeah, important, Richard, like you said, get 1, maybe 2 first downs, keep this clock running.
Ford Halleck, free safety, dropped Stimmel after a 3-yard pickup, bring up 2nd and 7. You got a Brave score?
3-1 San Francisco.
Come on, Bravos. All right, we'll go stack set this time. Stack set left, 2 receivers left. We'll toss it left.
Oh, good block.
And Stimmel's going to get just enough, I think, for a first down up to the 18-yard line. Let's see if that's where they mark it. They will mark it to the 18.
Yeah, Henry Jones got a good block on the edge there. His guy that he blocked ends up making the tackle, but not after he springs for a first down. So good blocking there on the edge.
They'll get him all the way up to the 19 on that 9-yard pickup. 1st and 10 Lions.
And the Lions purposefully using some play clock here, letting this clock run up 7-6 and bad field position. They're not in any hurry at this point.
Pistol set for the Lions with 2 receivers right. We're going to hand it off and fighting ahead for about 2 or 3. Goes Henry Stimmel. He's brought down by Cole Boyden, the middle linebacker. Give him 3 on that, another 2nd and 7 call.
Well, Richard, this is probably one of our biggest offensive lines in the history of the Lions, and they're using their weight, leaning on this GAC defensive front, and we're without one of our best linemen, and Will Stimmel.
So we hand it to Beaver, and he really doesn't find much running room. They mark him back pretty much at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 3rd and 7.
It'll be interesting to see what the Lions do. Clock ticking inside of 3 minutes and 40 seconds. Lions lead at 7-6. I'd probably think we might go a conservative run here, or a short pass to the left over here. So we've got a stacked over here.
So trips to the left for Lusink. Henry Jones is his setback. Let's see if we don't try and roll this way. We're going to look right, and float it out to Jones, complete for a first down.
Nice.
And Henry Jones is going to get shoved out. Great route running by Henry Jones.
Well, and Bracy and who's that? Logan Givens kind of flushed out the secondary. You'll see on the replay as they go all out, and then Jones comes underneath. Look at Bracy running that great route, lets Jones get open, and then run yards after the catch, gets a first down. That's a big one for the Lions. Clock now ticking at 2:55.
Well, what I like is that Jones showed his quarterback his numbers.
Yeah, much better rhythm to that throw there. We've actually had trouble completing that pass.
1st and 10 from the 33. Lions started this drive at their own 7. We'll give it to Beaver. He'll try and come this side, pick up a little bit of room, and finally be shoved out right around the 39-yard line. Give him almost 5 on that. Give him 6 on that. Boy, would it be big to score here. We got 3
clock
timeouts.
Stopped out on the run out of bounds there. We've got 3 timeouts, like you said, Richard, and we're starting to lean on them a little here late in this second quarter.
And they're making, they've got wholesale changes. We're going to try and throw it for Lindsey, and Williamson's going to pick it off. There's a flag.
I think they had too many men on the field.
They may have had too many on the field. Williamson's going to try and bring it back. He's going to get hit, and we're going to gather it up. Logan Givens is going to
another flag on the blindside hit. Whatever that call is these days. I think they had too many men on the field. 1, 2, 3. No, we tried maybe to overcomplicate with the double route there. We had everything going the way we didn't need, but we stopped on the route, and the defender was just easy interception. Second one of the night. We'll have to check these calls.
This is going to be hard to decipher here.
Yeah, so it's an overthrow, kind of stopped on the route, and they read it. I mean, GAC's not going to be fooled by that play after playing us so many times.
Williamson trying to bring it back to the middle of the field.
There's lots of flags and then a blindside hit, which.
But there's no helmet on that.
He put his shoulder into him, but I don't know. We'll see what these officials call.
And it's not. He's the ball carrier.
And he was running forward.
He's not defenseless on that. And it looks like they're going to ask Lovett, or you want to decline the 12 men? Yes, illegal substitution is the call against GAC. Is that personal foul?
Personal foul
against GAC.
Oh, maybe they got a crackback block on GAC. Something I missed. I was watching the ball. We did recover the fumble. We'll see if we can see the replay, Richard. Take a look. Then we go at the double route there, and number 4 for GAC had it read like he had seen it 100 times. We'll have to watch here on the return if they get a clip or a chop block or something, right? I couldn't tell. That's a fumble, so that's going to go as an interception, Richard.
Oh, that could have been for spearing right there on Hardy. But we're back to action. 1st and 10 Lions at the 48, just inside that 2-minute mark. So bunch set. We're going to fake it, rolling, looking down this sideline, and Jones is going to catch it, but he may have been. No, they're going to give it to him. He got that 1 foot down.
Again, the wheel route from the fullback. He was wide open. Probably could have thrown it a little earlier, but nonetheless, slow developing long sequence there on the 2 fakes. Fullback on the wheel route. Nice pass with some air underneath it. He did get that foot down. Close play there on the sidelines, Richard.
So Lusink will keep it and pick up maybe a yard. Lions about to attempt their 9th play on this drive, just milking that clock. Remember, we got 3 timeouts, Lions.
Yeah. Coach Muschamp's never been one to hurry in these situations because of that first down. You get a clock stoppage to move the chains. They might need to show a little bit of.
So we give it to Beaver, and he's going to burst across the right side. Anderson Beaver on his feet inside the 10 goes Anderson Beaver.
What a run. Great blocking there on the right side, offensive line there.
21-yard pickup.
Greentree, James Wall. You get a replay here. Watch us kick out on the right tackle. Get to that second level with our offensive line, and then Jones with a good fullback block, and then our center got down the field. What a great run. He's got fresh legs tonight.
Clock continues to run. We're 1st and goal from the 9. We fake it to Beaver. Lusink's going to look and throw it incomplete. Trying to find Bracey, and boy, that pass was dangerously close to being intercepted. And it stops the clock with 34 seconds.
Yeah, we got traffic. We're rolling out to the short side, and there is a lot of defenders in the area. That's one where you love to just tell your quarterback, throw it away, throw it to the feet.
Do you think Jones was supposed to be in that
That's
route?
what I wonder. We had stacked. We had 2 receivers and 4 defensive guys. Getting a little more accurate pass, probably complete, but that's one where you might just throw it away.
Come on, Lions. 2nd and goal from the 9. We put Beaver in motion. We fake it to him. We're going to look for Lindsey, and they may.
That's going to be a hold in the end zone.
Defensive GAC's back, acting like it's a hold.
Defensive back definitely got a piece of.
It could have been on Luke Hicks. Let's see on the replay.
Watch 10 at the bottom of the screen. I think he's going to do a double move on the pump fake. We won't get a look at it until too late.
Yeah, I think it is a hold. Ward, I think you're right. I think Luke Hicks held him as he made his break.
That should be a first down, I believe. Ball inside the 5, half the distance.
Replay 2nd down for the Lions.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's got to be a hold. If it were pass interference, it would have gone all the way down to the 2. 28 seconds to go. Lusink will flip Kelly from the left to the right. Will hand it to Beaver. He'll try and slide inside down to about the 1. Time to call a timeout. Come on, guys.
Yeah, Coach Muschamp got it.
22 seconds to go.
Yeah, we went jumbo set there with Bracey. Basically 3 tight ends. Tried to run hard left.
I'm confused, though. We had second down. How is it 3rd down? Let's go to the sideline real quick.
I'm here on the sidelines with volleyball captain Grace Schneider to ask her a few questions about her season so far. What's it like being the captain as a junior in high school?
It's really exciting. I'm super happy to have this opportunity, but it's really cool to look up to Christina and Mac, the seniors on the team, and, get advice from them and everything.
For sure. And Layla?
What work goes into building a great team like this?
Yeah, we've been putting a lot of hard work in the weight room and on the court, and we actually had a team camp this summer that really helped us bond together.
What are you most excited for this season?
We actually have a home game coming up on Tuesday at Wallace. We play Blessed Trinity, and it'd be great if y'all can come out and support.
It was great to interview Grace. Can I get a Go Lions?
Go Lions!
Great interview down there, guys.
Okay, guys, let's dial up 3rd and goal from the 2 and stick it in the end zone. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Jones is your setback. We'll throw it to Beaver. He'll get away, and he's going to step out of bounds.
Yeah, he did.
He would have just made it if he hadn't stepped out at the 2, but he did.
At least he stops the clock there.
Yes.
So we've got plenty of timeouts, but this will be an interesting call. As we've got a 1-point lead, do we go for the touchdown?
No, I think we're going to try the extra point.
He could have kept his feet.
19-yard.
Just touches out right there with his left foot.
Just stepped out.
Great camera work, guys, on the replay there. He definitely stepped out with his left foot. I think the right call is for the field goal here, as long as you make it.
I love to see a fake out of this, and Fielding could do it. So out of the snap of Bracey, the hold of Fielding, and let's see, we're going to call a timeout.
Play
Good
clock is
time to
down
do
to 2.
it. So the Lions will talk about it. Gives GAC a chance to wonder, are they going to fake it or not?
Well, that'll give us a chance to tell you about the Lovett Parent Association. Lovett Parent Association is the organization dedicated to promoting volunteer interest among parents in support of the school and engaging in activities promoting the enrichment of all students, faculty, and staff. There are many, many opportunities, small and large, for you to make a positive impact. Visit the Lovett website to become involved with the LPA today. Lovett Parent Association.
Got a score from up on Highway 92. Blessed Trinity trails Marist 14-7 as Coach Alan Chadwick goes for a career win 400.
The Lions will line up for an all-important field goal attempt here. Try to increase the lead to 4 as we lead right now 7-6, as you can see. Just 16 seconds left in this first half.
So they're anticipating a fake. Good snap. And Deviney gets it just inside that left upright.
That was an awkward angle from such a short distance, but he got it through. Plenty of leg. It's good to see a kicker for the Lions making some field goals. A good drive there, starting all the way back, Richard, at what? After the great punt by GAC at the 5 or 6 yard line. 7 yard line, check it. And first down after first down after first down, a couple of big third down conversions, and we get the field goal with 12 seconds left. We take the lead 10-6. Great drive. That's 2 great drives in this half, something we could not do last week at all.
Yep, 14 plays. Boy, I wish Harrison Beaver had been able to have maybe a 54-yard wide field instead of 53.5-yard wide field. I think
he was
scored.
Very close, that close to getting the touchdown. That left foot was about 2 inches on the chalk there. Otherwise, it would have been a touchdown.
So Deviney will kick it away, and I think he'll squib this. We're going to get downfield and cover it. Yeah, he'll kick it short. Fair catch right at the 28-yard line, gathered in there by Ford Halleck. And that's where GAC will set up 1st and 10 right at their 27, almost 28-yard line.
Yeah, GAC does have all 3 timeouts, but only 12 seconds with try to utilize some sort of long play downfield. We'll probably be in some double safety center field type defense. I don't want to say a pure prevent, but we give up something underneath.
So the Lions are in as much of a prevent as possible as Givens is back deep along with Mitchell. And they'll run Hurst off that far side. Bracey's giving chase, and he's going to drop him.
Boy, he almost
after
caused
about a
fumble right
7-yard pickup. And I think GAC is going to go to the house. Trailing at 10-6 here on the riverbank. We've played 24. We got 24 left to go. After a lightning delay, we've had 24 exciting minutes of football.
Tackle on the play by number 19, Stevie
Well, you
Bracey.
teased that halftime show early, Richard. Give us an update of what we have to look forward to with going back in time.
We hope you'll stick around for a very special halftime segment. We'll be finding out more from the very first halftime guest on a Lovett broadcast 16 years later. We'll go to you can see the Lions heading towards their locker room. I've always wondered why we continue to want to go up the steps, but – 10-6 at the half, and we'll go to our halftime segment.
The 2021 season between the Lovett Lions and the GAC Spartans, and little did we realize that we would be able to reminisce with the exact same three people on our very first broadcast back in August of 2005. John Thaxton, captain of the Lovett Lions; Charlie Smith, co-captain of the Lovett Lions; Peter Jarakitis, co-captain of the Lovett Lions. Quite an assemblage.
Good to be back. It's been 15 years since I've seen you guys. Everyone's looking great.
You look the same. You look the same, Cap.
Well, you each were on our first Lovett Network broadcast in 2005, an exciting Lovett win over the Westminster Wildcats. So have you kept up with Lovett athletics since you left school? John?
I have. My wife and I moved to Nashville about 3 years ago, so I don't get to make it to quite as many games I used to, but do listen to the broadcasts usually. I usually get at least one game a year. But yeah, so I've kept up, probably not as tightly as Peter and Charlie, but I certainly keep up with the Lions.
Pete?
Well, yeah, I really haven't had much of a choice but to keep up with the Lions, and not that I'm complaining about that. It's been nice. I'm fortunate enough to be the son of the voice of the Lovett Network, or at least the Lovett football broadcast for the last 15 years. So I've had extra incentive to tune in, and in the last 3, 4, 5 years, I'm not sure how long, my little brother has taken point on the production of the broadcast, and he's over at Lovett a lot, and I get updates from him. I follow along on Twitter. I'm immersed in the world of Lovett athletics, and I don't envision that ever changing. Go Lions.
So Charlie, I see you have your jersey out, the old number 4.
I do. I just had to remind people if they forgot who I was. But I keep my ear to the ground. Don't ask me any stats or records or outcomes. You can ask Peter for that stuff. But I keep a close eye, and I'll just share, since you last saw me, I serve on the board of the Touchdown Club of Atlanta. And we just released our preseason all-star team, and I was happy to see Stevie Bracey of the Lovett Lions. So I haven't seen him play, but we were excited to see him on the team. So I'm interested to see how he plays and what he does after, if that's college or what have you.
And you mentioned the Touchdown Club. Who is this year's president of the Touchdown Club?
Tyler Caswell, who you'll
Did he
remember.
go to Lovett?
He also went to Lovett. Tyler and I were bookend cornerbacks of the 03 Lion season. So we had a lot of speed on the corners, and yeah, he's the president. I'm the treasurer. So God help us.
Well, that's all exciting to hear. I love the Touchdown Club. So let me ask you all real quickly, if I could. I'm going to show you something, and maybe this will bring back a memory. Do you see something on the screen here right now?
Looks like Garrett
I do.
or what should be the go-ahead score in the 2005 Lovett Westminster game. And Harold Hilliard and Mike Bernat and Mike Muschamp all watching closely. And some other faces.
And some other faces, Anna Heald, Matt Beecham, Burton Dodd, they're all excited.
Yeah.
So any particular memory of that night? Charlie, you remember what you exclaimed when you came up in the press box?
I do not remember what I exclaimed. That might be a Lassiter's Tavern story, but we'll tell that another day. But my biggest takeaway, I'll just share real quick, is just the difference. We were Bill Rayleigh's last year, and we had different uniforms, different offense, different just everything. So it was a great atmosphere to see, and I know Muschamp was kind of turning the team around, and that's my biggest takeaway, just kind of the differences between the way we ended and then they started.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was thinking about that night, I don't remember a whole lot about the game, but I do remember there was kind of an exciting energy. Sometimes with a team and with an organization, we've all been there where it's time for something new, and sometimes new is good and sometimes new is not so good. But I think everybody had a good feeling about the direction of where Lovett football was going under Mike Muschamp. And if I remember correctly, it was a pretty tight win that I think kind of got everybody excited about that new era. And I do remember that was the biggest thing I can remember from that night, is just how different it seemed and that it was different, but in a good way.
Yeah, I remember a good bit about that night, but I didn't even remember that we did an interview. I must have just blocked that out of my mind. I remember going to the game with some old Savannah Country Day players that was the school that Coach Muschamp coached before. We were with the old quarterback, Charlie Compton, and his go-to receiver, Chip Sipple. And I can
my roommate from Atlanta.
That's right. So a lot of connections there.
Good
And
man.
I can remember them calling out the plays that we were going to run, or that Lovett was running when Muschamp was calling in audibles and running the 2-minute drill, and they were hearing all the calls and they were saying, "Here's what's coming." And I can remember Thomas Coleman whiffing on the game-winning touchdown dive by Andre on the walk-off touchdown. Andre Hicks, what a highlight collection he's got from his Lovett athletic career. We could play that all day.
So there's one other picture I want to show y'all if I could. So this is Garrett Utt, as y'all say, actually scoring there. Charlie, there I see Carter Childs in that picture. I see Beth Garrett.
I see a thin Graham Dozier and maybe a Michael Kennedy, a Thaxton up on the right, and then
absolutely,
and then one of
David
the Sibleys.
Sibley.
Who could say?
That's Witt.
Yeah.
That's Witt. I'm positive.
Really?
I'm positive that's Witt.
Okay.
That's the cross country man, not the pigskin player.
But it was a very exciting night, and of course this was the first time we were doing a game, and we really did say to ourselves, I think we're going to enjoy this, and we have. And I know the school's looking forward to. We're going to have students doing broadcasts from here on out, and we're kind of passing the torch to the students because we have 47 kids signed up for the Lovett Network to work the Lovett Network going forward.
Wow.
47
That's
kids.
wow. I'm not even sure we had 47 kids on the football team when we were there. So that's pretty good.
How does it feel, Richard, to be the seed of inspiration for all that?
Let me tell you, the real seed of inspiration for that was Steve Franks.
Oh, amen.
Because Steve was the one who said, literally, on August 12th, 2005, I'd like us to do the games. And I said, well, who's going to do the games? And he said, you are. I said, well, we don't have any equipment. And we literally borrowed equipment from Marist in order to do the first game. And our equipment came in the next week because Marist was off that week. And Phil Etheridge, the longtime voice of Marist football, came and stood in the press box with me. And I'd known Judge Etheridge literally all my life. He was a fraternity brother of my oldest brothers. And, we couldn't have had a more exciting game. As Peter said, Thomas may have whiffed on that block, but you know what? He picked up enough of the Westminster linebacker, who I think may have been a McGanity. And Andre was able to score.
Yeah, it was an exciting game. And if I remember correctly, that was – and now it's all the times have kind of muddled together, but that was radio only then. We weren't airing the game, the visuals. It was just radio. So you and Peter Riley, your original broadcast partner, y'all had to be painting the picture for us.
So I'll ask y'all quickly, either important news to share or catch me up on what you've been doing these last 16 years. Peter, I could answer for you if you wanted, but I won't.
I would be curious to hear what you think I've done that's important these last 16 years, because I've kind of been searching.
Now we're asking the right questions.
16 years.
Maybe to extend this beyond halftime, so the second half may be abridged and more of a deep family therapy session. So
it's a complicated question and an even more complicated answer. But I spent 7 of those years, about 7 and change, in Athens, getting a couple degrees, one in undergrad and then the other following my hero, Charlie Smith, in the law school there. Eventually became a member of the Georgia Bar and have never practiced law a day in my life. And in between that time, I've coached track, coached some cross country, which I never participated in, but, I did coach it. Shout out to my hero, Jimmy Jewell, and coached a little baseball this past spring, actually. So I've been doing a lot of coaching. My job is very, very boring, supply chain analytics, so I won't delve into that. But yeah, married, child on the way. So
that's great.
Fun times.
John?
Let's see. So I'll try and keep this brief. Went to W&L, played football all 4 years there, which is fun. Had a good time. We actually went to the postseason for the first time since the Generals went to the Gator Bowl in 1953 in 07. So it was pretty big times in Generals football with Westminster nemesis Stu Sitterson putting up some big stats during our time there. So let's see, got out of WNL, moved back to Atlanta, started a company with my dad in 2009 that we're still running today. I've had, I've lived a great life, I guess. I've gotten to go to every continent except Antarctica. I've played more than 20 of the best golf courses, best 100 golf courses in America. And I'm not that good a golfer. So, I've got married to one of Peter and Charlie's classmates. She's kind of the brains of the Thaxton operation. So I just try to stay out of her way. But everything's been way better than I deserve, I guess all I can say.
Charlie?
Yeah, we got a lot of lawyer connections here. But yeah, like Peter said, I finished Vanderbilt undergrad, went to Georgia Law School, left law school, worked for a firm for a few years, left the firm, and now I'm working for a telecom company here in Atlanta. And we do a lot of things. We own some towers, some small cells. We deploy some fiber and a lot of fun stuff. So I'm doing that now. And but the bigger news is I just had my first kid, little Palmer, who came 3 months ago, and she's doing great, and Mama and her are healthy, and she just started daycare, which has been huge for the sanity in our household. But
Creme de la creme? Who'd you go with?
We went with Creme de la Creme. I was enrolled in Creme de la Creme 30 years ago, and for whatever reason I was pulled out at the last second, so we finally got a kid in Creme de la Creme. We're moving up, yeah.
So as you can see, who we're visiting with is the 2004 Lions football captains, or co-captains, if you will. We got just a few minutes left. Let me ask y'all, you can decide what you want to answer. Do you want to answer your favorite football experience or what you think high school athletics is headed for? Name, image, likeness, or no tackle football until the 9th grade? John?
I'm going to go with favorite football memory. I don't know that I'm smart enough to predict the future of high school athletics. I was thinking about this one. I think in terms of actual football memories, I don't have that many that I'm like, man, this game or this moment. I mean, when you play offensive line, you don't have that many moments like, man, I just had this incredible block and it was just so unbelievable and the crowd went wild. You don't have many of those. So I think for me, my favorite football memory was always just being with the team. I think more of my memories have to do with like the joking around, the cutting up, the stupid stuff that happened before practice and after practice than anything that happened actually on a football field. So I think for me, favorite football memory was mostly just being with the team and spending time with the people. I think I have a lot more memories of that than any distinct athletic moment, probably because I didn't have too many spectacular ones. So,
Pete?
Yeah, I can kind of second Butchie's sentiment there in that, I don't think much about games and plays and, I didn't, like you said, I didn't have a lot of moments of glory like our third co-captain did, My only 2 touchdowns were fumble recoveries in the end zone, so I back both times I scored in my life. But yeah, just I think about two-a-days and watching crummy old football movies up in the old aerobics room above the Wallace gym, and just kind of goofing off with teammates. Think about how hot it was when we were having to run two-a-days, and we'd get out there and lie in the dew in the morning, and then we'd have to come back out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when it's 95 degrees and put on our wet pads. And, it was miserable, but I still loved it. I mean, I loved going to practice. I think about when I was 100 pounds on JV and me and David Sibley would stage big hits during practice because we knew we would never play. So, yeah, I mean, I think more about practice than I do about, just hanging out with friends and the teammates than I do about the game. The games are fun. And a lot of times, they just, the memories on those kind of go by the wayside. You think about the relationships with the coaches and with your teammates.
Great. Charlie, we got about a minute.
Yeah, I'll go quick. I couldn't agree more with these guys. It's, at least for our team, it's definitely not about the games. We didn't have too many big ones. We had some fun ones, and we beat a lot of teams pretty bad. We got beat bad ourselves. But, specifically, it's like the 3 hours before each home game when, you'd start with Coach Pribish's intense. Well, we'd walk through all the plays, go through the game plan, then Pribish would come up
eat some sun chips.
He would come up with some historical reference or a General Patton quote or something, and we'd get all pumped. And we'd go to the Charlie Finch session and go through special teams. And then we'd actually get on the field and we'd play the fun like playlist that me and Sam Rollins and Peter came up with, and just joke around. And then you get a little more serious. You'd go to the locker room, you play some music and get riled up. And oh, by the way, it would become dark at that point, and then you would walk down the stands. I would always spray a water spray for all the lower school kids. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but then, and yeah, that's it. It's the 3 hours before the game, and then once it kicks off, who cares? Just, whatever.
Play ball.
Yeah, I really appreciate y'all doing this. You're a part of the fabric. I love it, and so grateful to spend time with you, and look forward to the next 16 years. So go Lions, and we'll see y'all soon.
Go Lions. Thank you.
Thanks for having us. This was fun. And
appreciate it.
Thanks, Mr. Jurkidis, for many years of carrying the Lions Network.
Love doing it, buddy. See y'all.
Go Lions.
Go Lions.
What a time.
Did we get it? Are we?
I think we're done.
Should we be quiet?
I just did the.
So thanks for enduring the 16 years later segment of the last co-captains before the Muschamp era began, who came here exclaiming that we had had a ton of kids out to play, and it was very exciting for them to come watch the Lions that night. So this lightning delay tonight has gotten us back probably in a full hour. Incidentally, you should know that linebackers need you, and you hope that you'll support Lovett Athletics. Easy way to join is to go to lovettnetwork.org, click the blue linebackers button, and you can just hover your camera over that image, and it'll take you to the link in order to sign on and join linebackers and donate or reward. Bob Jones has had a long period of time. Did you see him on the sidelines there?
Oh, on those good pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a good run. This is the 46th year that a Jones has been affiliated. My dad, obviously, for a long time from 1976 on and then when he switched jobs, he still did stats for Rayleigh and Glasser and all those guys. Showed up just about every game, and finally took a few nights off, and that's when I would fill in. And then the incarnation of stats and computers and doing some spotting for that program that Coach Muschamp started. And my dad kind of officially retired from the Friday night scene, although he called me every Saturday morning to see who won the game because he couldn't be patient enough to see the newspaper or watch the TV to see a score. So
yeah, my brother George, the same thing.
So yeah, and then working with you has been a thrill.
This is fun. We're not done.
You make it easy. So
we're not done.
I had about 10 people call me this week, my sister being one of them. She just can't believe how good we as a group are. And I said, well, it's really Richard because he makes it all work. He does the hard stuff.
All right, let's get this second half underway. Deviney's going to boot it deep, taken by Hardy at the 10. Comes his near side. He gets hit hard right around the 20. He's going to go down right around the 22-yard line.
Well, great first half, especially that second quarter by the Lions, especially on defense, allowing the offense to get some rhythm and take off and get a couple scores. Love a defense in that second quarter to end the half. had 2 3-and-outs. We won't even count that last series of where GAC just ran one play and went to timeout. But 2 3-and-outs, Stevie Bracey at linebacker, and really a pretty good coverage by our cornerbacks and safeties on some long pass plays. Real good pressure on passing plays by Bracey and Wall and those guys.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 23. They're going to run a little pump fake to Williamson, and he's going to just watch it go beyond. Hardy tried to chunk it down to him. They tried to run a little toss to Hardy.
He was wide open, Richard, and that was just an overthrow. You'll see a little fake action. Well, actually did hand it off. And that guy, that back has a cannon, but he had 2-3 steps.
I think that's the youngest Hardy of the Hardy boys for Coach Tim Hardy.
Yeah, that was a throw, but they missed that open receiver in a big play.
So 2nd and 10 from the 23. They'll put Hardy in motion to the left. Sharp will roll left. Look. He's going to try and chunk it deep, and that ball's going to sail out of bounds. He was trying to find Joshua McGee in Lovett territory right around the 42-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage downfield and underneath and downfield by the Lions. And the rollout, which seems to be their MO on passing, rolled out left that time to get away from pressure, shift the pocket over. But good coverage downfield and underneath by the Lions defense.
So 3rd and 10, GAC. And I see Boudreaux dropping deep. Sharp will take it, throw it, and bat it away by Nally on a nice play as he broke on it. Boy, Ward, perfect timing by Chase Nally. Yeah,
just an out route, single coverage on the edge here, right on the numbers. Nally giving a little bit of cushion there, but as soon as he makes that out cut, got the eyes on the quarterback, and he breaks on that ball, makes a great defensive pass break up and another 3-and-out. 3rd time in a row this Lovett defense has got a 3-and-out. They're looking good on defense.
So Roundtree will drop back inside his 10. Deep for the Lions is Anderson Beaver. Anderson's giving up a little too much territory. Good snap. He'll get away a wobbly kick. Beaver will take it across midfield, but get dropped after about a 3-yard return. He caught it at the 49.
Great field position there. Shorter kick that time.
Aiden McKinney dropped him, but boy, the Lions have great field position. Love to see those 3-and-outs.
Play resumed, 1st down for the Lions.
1st and 10 Lions at their own 46 as we start this first possession of the 3rd period. Pistol set, 2 receivers right for Lusink. He'll leave it with Stimmel. He'll burst ahead and dive down inside the 45 to near the 41. Give him 5 on that.
Great block there by Luke Graham from his guard spot. We're moving the line of scrimmage up front. I love it. We've got some bigger bodies up there this year. Blocking a lot more effective this week compared to last week.
2nd and 5 Lions from the 41. We'll send Stimmel, Bracey, and Givens out wide right, and we'll look left. Float it complete, I think enough for a 1st down as Alex Lindsey comes up with it. Yes, it is a 1st down. He
right
just
on.
got 5.
You love the 1st down game there because that gives you options on 2nd down. Make the short pass there for the line to gain, get a 1st down. But I love that 1st down game that we've done much more effectively tonight where we're getting 4, 5, 6 yards on running plays, and then we've got options on 2nd and 3rd down.
So again, pistol set. Lusink takes it, gives it. Stimmel fights ahead down inside the 35, down near the 30. Give him nearly 6 on that. Boy, Ward, just to your point, that big 5-yard, 6-yard pickup gives you so many more options on 2nd down.
You know, you see the right side of our offensive line there. Great pull there by Graham. Good pullback block by Jones. A big 71. Grant Ewing got to that 2nd level, blocking that linebacker.
2nd and a short 5. Pistol set again. Will fake it. Lusink will. He'll look. And our route was not one that I think we were prepared to send somebody deep, and we broke everything off short.
I think they ruled that an incompletion, Richard. I was going to say that's one where you just get rid of it. Ball got to the line of scrimmage before his knee was down. The officials are huddling to kind of make a determination on tackle out of bounds and a loss or incompletion, and it'll be 3rd and 5.
You got to make that decision earlier to cut it loose. And let's see. No signal.
Yeah, they'll put it back at the line.
So it'll be 3rd and 5.
I think they ruled that an incompletion.
3rd and 5 from the 36, 31 rather. It should be 4-down territory for the Lions. Let's see if we don't try and run loose ink this time. We give it to Stimmel. He's going to weave his way inside. If he gets a good spot, oh boy, that's not a good spot. I thought he got close. I thought he got well down. Well,
far side
the
officials.
far side field judge, line judge rather. Where are you marking it? Come on, guys, get your feet in there. I think it's enough for a 1st down. It is.
Yeah, I thought the far side official was definitely saying 1st down, and I think they both looked at each other like, is it? But it's a 1st down gain there on 3rd and 5.
The Lions have gained 10 yards barely in 2 series.
Yeah, the pass play on 2nd down and 5 got 5 yards after the 5-yard run, and then basically 2 5-yard runs equaling exactly 10 yards.
So again, pistol set. We give it to Stimmel. He's going to fight off that right. Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, I think they're going to get.
They may get Henry.
MJ Greentree on a hold there. That umpire right in the middle of the field turned around and shot that thing out in a hurry.
Holding is the call against the Lions. Not what you want after you've picked up almost 7 yards on 1st down. So they'll mark it from the 33 back out to the, no, check that, from the 27 back out to the 37.
Yeah, I think that's the first penalty on the offense tonight for the Lions.
Repeat 1st down.
At least it was on 1st down, so we've got 3 downs to make the 20 yards here.
Yeah, he didn't exactly mark it off 10 yards, and then he realized it and just kind of eased it back out to that 10 yards. He marked it off 9 to start with. So that's a tough penalty call. It'll bring up 1st and 22. We put Stimmel in motion. We hand it to him running wide. He tries to cut back inside, and he doesn't have much running room at all. He may pick up a yard.
Yeah, it's the 2nd time we've kind of run the jet sweep there. This GAC defense does a good job on the edges. On those outside runs, we've had more success on the inside runs. But big number 5 kind of blew that play up from his linebacker spot.
That was Hardy.
Yeah, Hardy called his name a bunch tonight. Again, you might have 4 downs to get this long gain after the penalty.
So we go under center. We hand it wide, trying to belly a man wide, and he's not going to have much running room at all as Jones tries to run it wide. And Hardy comes up and hits him for about a 3-yard loss, all the way back out to the 40.
Yeah, I thought we might see a pass play on that one, but thought we could get outside on the edge again, and that's not successful. 2 plays in a row on the edge. And now we're way behind the sticks. 3rd and long.
3rd and a long way. 3rd and 23. Out of the shotgun, Looslink's going to call his own number, try and slide inside, maybe pick up 2, and the Lions will be forced to punt it away.
Yeah, the good field position. We couldn't take advantage of it there. Give credit to GAC on stopping some 3 plays in a row after the penalty. And maybe we can flip the script on field position here and get something inside the 20. single back there for GAC.
So Hardy will drop back deep. Deviney will get this punt away right in GAC territory. He'll hit it right at the 50. And wobbly kick. Hardy takes right at the 10. Good punt.
Good punt. Excellent punt. Inside the 10, or inside the 15, right at about the 11-yard line. So we'll flip the field there and force GAC to have a long field to try to score. Lions lead at 10-6. You see the score there on your screen.
We burned up over 5 minutes on that drive.
Clock didn't stop for a while because we had a couple of pass completions and the rest runs. We'll see if this Lions defense can. I have a feeling GAC is about to stretch their legs a little bit.
They may try and
start
send some
throwing
folks
it a
deep.
little.
Shotgun set, trips to the right for Sharp. They weren't set, and they're going to flag them for it. Williamson's going to run it wide, but this play's coming back.
Yeah, good call there, Richard. This near judge going to get the shift, and that's a good thing because he got about 10 or 11 yards on that edge.
That would be some pretty good eye candy if you could just do that every time. That's what I never understand about Canadian football.
Just everybody's
moving.
moving.
Everybody's moving. You're like, wait a minute, my key's moving. And so's that guy.
That's a big penalty because it basically cost him about 16 yards, the 11-yard gain and the 5-yard penalty. Backs him up to about the 6.
Yep. So illegal procedure is the call, or actually illegal shift, because they had one man in motion and had one man moving while he was in motion. So motion against GAC, and they'll go shotgun, and Sharp will roll to his right. He's in trouble. Luke Graham was back there, and that pass falls incomplete.
Boy, immediate pressure there. They again try to roll out. Graham just beat the block. Excellent job.
Here's on the replay, Ward. You can see him anticipate the rollout.
Well,
and he just bursts through there. You know,
just knifed through the gap, the C gap there between guard and tackle, and that's a mistake in a blocking scheme. Nearly cost him a safety.
So 3rd and 15 GAC from their 6. Puts a man in motion. Calls his own number, and we're going to drop him for a 1-yard loss. Luke Graham was there along with Christian Bell.
Have a series, Luke Graham. Love it.
And give credit to John O'Knox also, because he was also in on that tackle.
Yeah, Luke Graham, the senior defensive, offensive lineman. 2 plays in a row there. Cleaning it up. First
you can
on
watch
the
on the replay. You can see Knox spins around too, and I mean they had a hard time blocking us on that edge. It'll bring up 3rd and 16 from right at the 5. Do they dare throw it here? Twins right, Twins left. They will. Sharp will look. No, he'll call his own number. He'll try and run outside. We'll give him chase. Kelly will run him out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down by about 5 yards. It'll stop the clock with 4:55 to go. It'll make it probably about 3rd and 4. Could you tell exactly where he marked it, Ward? I couldn't.
Yeah, I just saw the chain guys
drop the chains,
dropping their chains, and I couldn't see a spot, but he was well short. Looked like from our angle he might have had
only
a few
picked
more
up
yards.
8. Yeah, he only picked up 8. It'll bring up 4th and 8.
Good job by the defense again. Boy, second quarter and third quarter, this defense has really stepped up.
So let's get a high snap over his head. Roundtree standing in his end zone. High snap, but he gathers it in, and he'll get away. Low kick that Beaver takes if he can get to this side and stay on his feet. Anderson Beaver coming to this near side inside the 30. Anderson Beaver still on his feet inside the 20 and finally going to be tugged down around the 17-yard line.
Well, great call there, Richard, because if he fields that low line drive and beats the gunner, he had plenty of room. We could see it from up here. Big time room, and then Beaver even beats a couple of missed tackles. Injury for GAC, looks like a cramp, but a great, you'll see, make that first guy miss on a punt, and you can get some yardage. Good job by the Lions special teams not to block in the back, too.
I'll tell you, that is a middle infielder gathering the ball in.
Yeah, he looks like a shortstop second baseman.
Yep. That's your middle infielder. Speaking of middle infielder, we're going to throw it on softball right now. Our athlete of the week, Ward.
Yeah. Otters Chicken Athlete of the Week. That's Mara McGreen for softball. Leads the team in batting average at a cool or a blistering hot 571. My goodness. Tied for first in RBIs. She had 3 RBIs versus Columbia and Washington. That's your Otters Chicken Athlete of the Week. Way to go, Mara. Senior, as you can see, number 3.
571.
571. My goodness, that's a great start to the year.
That's amazing. Great job, Mara. All right, 4:39 to go here, third period. Lions again with great field position. We've got an injured GAC player. I think he's cramping, Ward, don't you?
Yeah, it looks like the onset. We've got a couple of those now.
Yeah, we've got some scores courtesy of Massey Automotive, and I will say that North Atlanta leads Farrell 20-6. That'll make Lily happy. Cedar Grove leads Tucker 17-0. Tucker Tigers have fallen onto hard times. Wheeler County leads Lanier County 21-7. I'll dare anybody to tell us what the 2 county seats are, Wheeler County and Lanier County. Riverwood leads Wheeler in the fourth quarter 40-0. The poor Wildcats, the Wheeler Wildcats have fallen onto hard times. Buford over Clark Central 7-0. That's a third quarter score. And LaGrange leads McIntosh 33-14. That's also a third quarter score. Shotgun set for Dylan Myers. And he'll go shotgun set, put Stimmel in motion, and go pistol. He gives it to Stimmel. He's looking for anywhere to edge out some yards. He'll pick up about 3 down to the 15.
Yeah, we've run to the right side of our offensive line a lot. Did they call a fumble there, Richard? Good. Like some of the defensive guys for GAC were saying, but I think that forward momentum had stopped by the time if they ripped it out. But we've gone a lot to that right side. That Grant Ewing, a junior, MJ Greentree, a senior, and our senior center, James Wall, and usually Bracey or Garrett Kelly over there, too, as a tight end. They've done a great job getting moving that line of scrimmage. And again, 3, 4, 5 yards. It doesn't sound like much, but it helps. Here we go outside.
So Beaver has no running room as they're going to come up and drop him. Joshua McGee did. That play just did not seem like. I hope it's not an ankle.
It was an awkward tackle. Kind of maybe got his foot turned underneath. Man, he's been good tonight too. Just had a tough time getting on the edge.
Timeout on the field. 3:40 to go here, and the Lions will tend to Anderson Beaver over on that far sidelines, right around the numbers. By the way, the Linebackers Golf Tournament renews on Monday, October 18th at Peachtree Golf Club. Here are your sponsorship levels. Entry fee is $700. The tournament sponsor, 4 golfers, is $10,000, and the longest drive, closest to the pin, 4 golfers is $5,000. A hole sponsor for 1 golfer is $1,200. You can contact Fred Herbert for sponsorship opportunities. It's a shotgun start at 10:30. Modified scramble, we understand.
Man, get to play at Peachtree Golf Club too. Wow, what a treat. Yeah, it's not good news on Beavers. He's assisted off with the help of the training staff.
I think it's an ankle. I'm afraid
it just was an awkward tackle where he got caught under and twisted. So we hate to see that. He's had a great night.
Time for Stimmel and Jones to step it up. All right, 3rd and 9 Lions. We really need to light it up here. Shotgun set. We've got Gibbons to this near side. We put Stimmel in motion. And we're going to throw it incomplete, intended for Stevie Bracey. He tried to run a little bit of a a little seam route, trying to find a little bit of a spot in that zone, and they ended up running man on that side.
Yeah, they had a safety over the top and man coverage underneath. Tried to thread the needle again there, like we did for the touchdown earlier.
There's Bracey, and then all of a sudden they turn with that linebacker to chase him.
Yeah, good read by the GAC defense.
So DeVinny will come on, put the tee down on about the 24. This will be a 34-yard kick if it's not a fake. So Fielden will hold it. Good snap. And it's good.
Wow. Yes.
Your new score, Lovett 13, GAC 6 with 3:12 to go here. Vinny did a really good job that time of getting that kick away.
That's huge. 2 field goals, one right before the half. And we've got a 7-point lead late in this third quarter.
And give Fielden credit because it was a little bit of a high snap.
Hey, don't forget, guys, Friday, September 10th. That's not far away. It's coming up. Linebackers Picnic. That's one not to be missed. Support the Lions 2021 and 22. The Linebackers Picnic, 5:30 to 7 o'clock. That's $16 a person, 4 and under are free. And you'll get one of the best barbecue meals going from the guys at Das Barbecue. The lower school JV and varsity cheerleaders, 7th and 8th grade players will be throwing the ball with the kids. So that's a don't miss event. You'll get alumni out there, moms, dads, kids, grandparents. It's a great event, so it's not to be missed. Again, Friday, September 10th, the Linebackers Picnic. We'll look forward to seeing you there. Another cramping injury for GAC down on the field.
I think that's Josh Williamson. It was a long night tonight with a lightning delay and
stretching and re-stretching and
cramping injuries, and we're hoping that we can see Anderson Beaver underneath the medical tent. Anderson, another one of those Beaver children who have played so well for the Lions. You can see that Lovett sideline. We've got some players injured who have not been able to dress so far this year. Andrew Mefford, you see down there. You can see Will Abney and Will Stimmel all in their street clothes. Hopefully we'll get them back at some point. So DeVinny will kick it away. Hardy's deep along with McGee. And so we'll boot it deep and back up. Hardy to the 5. He'll come this near side and get hit right at the 20 and dropped right at the 20.
Good coverage there by the Lions special teams on the kickoff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Michael Dollar down there again. That's 3 kickoff tackles Dollar's had tonight.
Yeah, the sophomore linebacker, great special teams work. Now we've got a cramp.
Is that Sam Boudreau or Chase Nally? I can't tell. That's Boudreau.
Well, defense, we're going to ask you to do it again. Again, GAC backed up, bad field position. Our safeties and cornerbacks got to stay honest here.
So trips to the right now. They'll roll Hurst off that left side. He'll pick up about 4.
Garrett Kelly on the tackle there. Good tackle from his linebacker position. See the replay here, just an old-fashioned pistol eye kind of set. Kelly, good job from his linebacker position.
So give him 4 on that, up to the 24. They'll go pistol this time. Sharp will take it, leave it with Hurst. He'll get tripped up, but Noah Claxton's there to drop him.
good job, Noah. Long arms. He's got the
if Noah
pro tight body for an offensive tackle. I tell you, those long arms.
But I'll tell you, if he can learn to shed blocks, he's going to be tough on defense. This is his first year playing football, folks. 3rd and a long 4. Sharp goes under center. He's going to roll to his right. Look. And that ball's going to fall incomplete.
Great coverage again.
Really good coverage.
Underneath coverage, I think, was where their primary receiver was to look, but he threw it downfield.
Yeah, Hamilton Stewart and Charlie Witcher were both there.
Yeah, great coverage downfield, and that's another 3 and out. At least we think they'll line up to at least show punt. They're in their own half of the field. I don't know if you fake it at this point. You're only down 7.
So our punt returner is out. Beaver is out, and so Chase Nally will check in. I think Chase is a little deep for Roundtree. Let's see. Roundtree will get this punt away right around his 15. Good snap. And he is going to drive it to Nally. I didn't see Chase's fair catch, but it was. McGee was down there to cover it, but good field position for the Lions. Anytime you're you're out by that 35-yard line and beyond it, you're in good shape. Another Brave score?
4-2 San Francisco.
Jeez.
Join your fellow Lions at Alumni Fest 2021.
I signed up.
Lovett Alumni Fest, September 30th for alumni ages 21 and older. Thursday, September 30th at Bold Monk Brewing Company, 6:30, 8:30, the outdoor beer garden. Limited capacity, so RSVP required. Don't miss the Lovett Alumni Fest. Thursday, September 30th.
Mayers is going to hand it off to Stimmel, and he's going to burst ahead for about 5 across the 40 out to the 41-yard line.
Nearly ran over that fine linebacker Hardy for GAC. Good gain again on first down.
Lewis Faybeck and Hardy were there on the tackle.
Just watch
GAC.
our right side blocking, or excuse me, the pull from the right side with Wall there. I know that was Greentree on the pull, and then Stimmel, just great running.
Got to sustain those blocks, Lions. Let's go. 2nd and 5. From the 41, we go pistol this time. Mayer's going to hand it off to Stimmel. They're going to get a steady dose of that. Up across the 45, up near the 47-yard line. It'll be first down.
We've moved the pile a couple of times tonight after a contact. We get that scrum, get 2-3 extra yards.
Taylor Mack, Frank Keith. Here y'all want a shout out tonight. You got it. Shotgun set, pistol set on 1st and 10 from the Lions 48. We flip-flop Kelly from the right to the left. Now we go bunch this near side. We hand it to Stimmel. He gets across midfield and dives ahead. He's brought down there by Lewis Fayback.
Yeah, good blocking again. Another positive first down gain. Stimmel is getting a workout. We're starting to lean on this GAC defensive front. That's going to be end of the quarter. Good third quarter for the Lions, especially the defense shutting out GAC. Lions tack on a field goal, so we're up by 7, 13-6 as third quarter ends.
We've played 36. We got 12 more to go, and the Lions will have it 2nd and 7 from the GAC 49-yard line. Tonight along the network, to a lot of folks, as I said, Taylor Mack, old number 3. He didn't fumble, I can tell you, against Brooks County. I know that much. They came up with a ball somehow out of the muck and the mud and said he did, but he didn't. Shout-outs tonight to Steve and Debbie Franks, Cindy Price, Chrissy and Chad Height, Charlie Hoke just got in from dinner. He's probably asleep by now. Jimmy Jewell, Perry McIntyre listening tonight, Michelle Pope, of course, and Chase Jones and Brad Brizentine. Also Stuart Coleman listening tonight. and Jay Parrott, the great number 63. All right, 2nd and 7 lines from just across the midfield stripe. And Mayors will roll this side, throw it, and just cradling it is Alex Lindsay right around the 40-yard line. It'll be fresh set of downs for the Lions.
Well, not only a well-designed play, well executed. You see the replay. Little rollout on the pass play. And Alex Lindsay just sits down on his route. Zone coverage there underneath from the outside spot on the wide receiver spot, and just a nice throw and catch. Well-designed, well-executed play there for the Lions. Another first down. Clock ticking down. The fourth quarter starts with a good first down for the Lions offense.
So Mayors will take it, hand it off to Stimmel, and he'll find running room tough as he'll get inside the 40 down to about the 39. Just give him 1 on that.
Mayors hands off to number 27, Henry Stimmel.
Now, Ward, I think we're going to try and see if we can finally figure out a way to run 40 yards or 39 yards, get it down to the 1 and take a knee and burn up 11 minutes.
Well, they're up to the line of scrimmage with about 15 seconds on the play clock, so they can use as much of that as they want.
2nd and 9, we're going to run it wide. We got to get a block. Stimmel stays on his feet. How he does it, I'll never know. But Henry.
Well, they got a flag, Richard. I think they're going to call a hold on Jones.
Oh, jeez. Stimmel did a great job of tiptoeing down this near sideline, but Ward's right. There's a flag right around the 34-yard line, right at Jones's feet. Boy, if that was a hold, everything is a hold.
He engaged with his, he didn't reach
And
out.
he stalked.
He didn't turn him.
That was it.
Man, tough call. Great run there by Stimmel. He was, I thought for sure he was going out of bounds 2 or 3 different times, but not only did he stay in bounds, he kept running down that sideline and took on a couple of more defenders, but
yeah,
he's going to get called back.
I think Coach Muschamp's asking for some clarification there on how that could have been a hold. So it'll mark it back out across the 40 after the 44. It'll make it, we'll call it 2nd and 14, and that's a tough penalty. Not only does it stop the clock, but it gives the Lions more territory to cover. Out of the shotgun, we run a fake. Mayer's in trouble. He's going to try and float it, and he just wisely got rid of it.
That's a good throwaway right there. Live for this next play. No mistake. Nearly a disaster with the sack right there, almost a face mask. And I saw it live. I thought it was a face mask, but he got his jersey. Good job at just throwing it away and living for another day on that one. A little missed block there, or a little stunt or a blitz from GAC blew that play up.
So 3rd and 14, Lions have trips to the left. Will swing it left. Stimmel has it, tries to get outside, and he'll get across the 40 down to around the 38, 37-yard line. Hardy, I think, is cramping for GAC.
I think he fumbled that ball out of bounds at the end of the play. That brings up an interesting decision for the Lions.
I was wondering that.
Because they got just enough yardage there to make it interesting on 4th down, and you're kind of in no man's land. Probably a little too far to try a field goal, and maybe the way this Lovett defense is playing, although if you let GAC get a big stop, maybe a momentum shifter for them. Maybe you just punt it down deep inside the 20 again. But we've got a little time to discuss with the GAC injury. The Lovett offensive staff can go over their choices and options.
Let's go to the sidelines. Layla, what you got?
I'm here on the sidelines with cheerleaders Anna J, Margaret French, and Laura Novellas, and we're going to ask them some questions. So Margaret and Anna, since you guys are sophomores, what do you think so far about being on varsity cheer for the first time?
It's a lot of fun. I especially love all the practices with all the girls, and everyone's super sweet, and I just love being on this team, and it's so much fun.
Yeah, I've loved getting to know all the girls. We're all super close, which makes it a lot of fun.
Lauren, what are you most excited for this season?
I'm most excited for homecoming because we have a lot of surprises coming, so get ready.
Can you tell me your favorite cheer from this season so far?
My favorite what?
Your favorite cheer.
Oh, probably Soul.
Soul, what about you? Mine's Move That Ball.
Mine is shake with the white. All right, can I get a go Lions from you guys? Go Lions! All right, thank you guys. Back to you.
Great stuff on the sideline there, guys. Guys are pros down there.
All right, Lions will go unbalanced left this time on this 4th, and we'll call it 8, but it's more like 8.5. And GAC will call the timeout, it looks like. Yep, GAC calls a timeout with 9:43 to go. Oh, me.
You like the call here, Richard? I mean, they're at least showing that they're going to go for it. You could easily do a little pooch kick. We've seen them line up in a shotgun with the quarterback and just do a little pooch kick. But this is a little bit risky, in my opinion, up 13-6, 9:43 in the 4th. You can give a big momentum shift if GAC comes up with a stop.
I guess the argument is.
Or you could put them away if you get a first down, so and get a score. But a risky play nonetheless. We'll see what the Lions end up doing. They've now got a second basic timeout after the injury, and then now a true timeout from GAC's defense, so they can discuss everything.
Chunk plays are hard to come by here. You know, this is where I wish we had Adam Whitlock, that we could snap it too short out of a fake punt, or Michael Steele or somebody like that who could throw it. And that would challenge GAC, because I don't think, especially if we had a way to find somebody like Stimmel or Bracey almost running a wheel route out of it. So I'd rather see what we do out of this shotgun set, 2 receivers, a bunch set left. And now we're going to flip Garrett Kelly over to that left side, so we're unbalanced again left.
We might burn a timeout.
Play clock's at 0, and I guess we're just going to let the flag come out and we'll punt it away.
Well, we might have been trying to get him to encroach there with our shifting on the line of scrimmage. I don't know if we did a hard count. Couldn't tell from up here, but lined up to go for it, maybe trying to draw the penalty, offsides penalty, and now we'll definitely kick it, punt it, that is.
So GAC will drop Josh Williamson back around his 10. Deviney will get this punt away right around his 45, and he'll get away a wobbly kick that, boy, I don't know why.
Well, he went way away from that, too. Could have easily moved over and fair caught that.
He lets it bound inside the 10 down to about the 9.
And put the, like you with your wedge, had a little spin on that bad boy, and that's a great punt by Lovett.
It really is.
Second one inside the 15-yard line tonight. And we flipped the field again, so good job. Lovett special teams all night long tonight. Let's see what GAC comes out. They've been backed up, especially in the second half. Really starting in the second quarter, they've had bad field position and have been unable to do anything to have a sustained drive. The Lovett defense has played great.
So out of the shotgun, Sharp's going to take it. He's going to wing it to Williamson, and he's going to drop it. Williamson's had a bad case of drops tonight.
3 or 4 drops tonight on short passes, too.
And it seems like he's just trying to turn up early.
Yeah, it's, I mean, quarterback's throwing a fastball, but that's one you've practiced probably 1,000 times rep-wise. I mean, that's right in his numbers. Break for the Lions. We'll take it.
So 2nd and 10 GAC from their own 9. He'll go under center this time. He puts Hicks in motion. He'll leave it with Hurst, and Bracey's going to drop him after about a 1-yard pickup.
Great play there by Bracey.
Well, I will tell you, Luke Graham created the space for Bracey to fill that time.
Yeah, that's just classic middle linebacker got his eyes in the backfield, reading the play. Bracy's going to play somewhere next year at the
He's at
college
Virginia.
level. Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Going to join his buddy up there.
He's going to join.
One of my favorite all-time
Absolutely.
football players.
I don't want to say he's my favorite, but, boy, he's in my probably top 2 or 3. So 3rd and 9 GAC. Clock's inside 9, and, boy, that helps.
People not on the same snap count there.
That'll move it back to the 5 and bring up 3rd and about 14.
I think 5 GAC offensive players went early on that count, so somebody messed up.
Come on, guys. A lot of snap this time. Come on, keep them in front of you. 3rd and 14 GAC. Out of the shotgun, Sharp takes it. He's got time. He's going to look and float it, and poor Williamson drops it again. And, I mean, that ball was dead on the money.
He was running free across the middle of the field from a slot position. We'll take a look. Yeah, he's over here in the slot on this near side. Runs a great route, excellent route. Great protection from the GAC line. And, again, maybe just a hair high, but, boy, we've been the benefit tonight of some drops by GAC. The Lions defense, lucky there.
So Roundtree takes it and gets off a high wobbly kick that Chase Nally calls a fair catch on at about the 44-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 43, and the Lions just have fantastic field position to
that was a
start
heck of a punt
this
right there.
set.
Great
of
job
downs.
by Nally to catch that one.
First down for the Lions.
So good crowd of students here tonight.
Well, again, that special team shows up big for the Lions twice tonight where they've gotten a punt dropped in inside the 15-yard line. So terrible field position for GAC. Defense gets the stop, and now the Lions are in plus territory on offense.
So we send Stimmel out wide left, 2 receivers to this near side. You better get set, guys. Now we put Stimmel in motion. We fake it to him. And that's Lusink. Tries to find a hole, but he can't find anything. We got some tired kids out there tonight. There's some rubbery legs. Give him just really back to the line of scrimmage. That play failed the game.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see the snap count on Luke Graham. He's played a bunch of snaps on offense and defense. He was a little slow getting up there. You see our athletics group there. Good shot. Good camera work, guys. Athletic director. And
so out of the shotgun, we give it to Stimmel. He's trying to find a little bit of a hole. He's going to get inside the 40, still on his feet, still driving, and finally going to go down around the 30. That's an 8-yard pickup when he had about 2.
That's awesome. We've seen that a couple of times tonight. That's probably the 4th time where we've seen 3, 4, 5 extra yards. You see the replay there. Stevie Bracy, big 78, Noah Claxton. They just can't bring those guys down. Pushing the pile, the old scrum rugby play.
So on 3rd and 2, they jumped. And, boy, that would get us an automatic first down.
And that's the 2nd time tonight that play has worked.
Unfortunately for Brad Bennett, he jumped, and it'll be a 5-yard mark-off against GAC and an automatic first down for the Lions down to the GAC 30.
Plus, we can take about 25 more seconds off the clock. And 3 more downs at least. Boy, I feel like any score here, Richard, is just
golden.
Huge.
Yep. Out of the pistol, we'll leave it with Stimmel. Stimmel will fight, get inside the 20, down to him at the 19. Henry Stimmel will pick up a first down for the Lions. So wholesale changes along the front for GAC. First and 10 lines inside the GAC 19. Again, pistol set. Stimmel's looking for a little bit of a hole. He finds one and gets down to about the 15. Give him 4 on that. Well, we are riding the feet, the legs, the shoulders of Henry Stimmel right now.
Boy, they got their big defensive front in there, and we're still getting the push.
Let's go, Noah.
Need to use more of the play clock.
Shotgun set, pistol set, bunch to the right. Lindsey is the only receiver in the set. We're going to hand it off to Stimmel, and he's going to try and find a hole inside the 15 down to about the 14. It'll bring up third down. It'll make it 3rd and 5.
This drive, Stimmel's gone over 100 yards. He's up to about 115 yards rushing after that carry. And especially late in this fourth quarter, these seconds coming off the clock and great yardage by Stimmel. Right up the gut too, Richard. I mean, they're just going right off of that B gap, that guard, center guard, AB gap there.
So give him 2 on that. Down to the 13 will bring up 3rd and 4. Clock ticks inside 4:30. Game clock and play clock. We get it off with 7, and Addison just swallows him up pretty much at the line of scrimmage.
Gigantic. They're going to Michigan, I think, maybe. Notre Dame, one of them.
You mean there's a conference other than the SEC?
Yeah, right. Well, we've seen some big linemen for GAC, the Hinton boys. Now Addison Nichols is another one of their giants, but the Lions are they're blocking all night long tonight.
So Fielding will put the tee down right at the 20. It'll be a 30-yard attempt out of the hold of Connor Field and Stevie Bracey to snap it. And I think it's true.
Yes.
Davini just drills that through, and your new score, Lovett 16, GAC 6. Connor Davini, ice in his veins.
Yeah, it's not the highest trajectory-wise, but it's just it's a boring kick from the little freshman, and it's been perfect tonight. Extra point, and now another field goal. 3rd of the night for the young freshman kicker. That was right down the middle, Richard, on the replay. So that's a very important score. It's now a 10-point ball game, so GAC is going to have to score twice. That's a big drive there. We'll give credit to the special team setting that up. Your Ruth Chris scoring recap: 8 plays, bunch of time off the clock, a 30-yard drive, and a 30-yard field goal. Critical, huge field goal. A well-played ball game, especially starting in that second quarter, Richard. We really got our coordination and our execution going. The defense stood tall from the second quarter on. Bunch of 3-and-outs, and then this offensive line has gotten their rhythm on. A bunch of good rushing plays, and Stimmel is over 100 yards rushing.
Oh, and that's fumbled. Oh, but you can't batter it. You can't bat that. You can't bat that.
Well, they'll keep the ball, but that'll be a penalty backing them up again. But a fair catch on the pooch kick, and he missed the fair catch, and then the GAC special teams guy batted that out of bounds, which is, I think that's
it'll mark it down. It'll mark it all the way back to the 6-yard line.
Watch the replay. Special little miscommunication there on the fair catch. It's not the dumbest play in the world to bat it out.
No, but
keep the ball, but you end up getting the penalty.
The problem he faces is that it's not batting it forward. Wait a minute, he's waving it off? He didn't bat it forward. He batted it backwards. You're not allowed to bat it backwards?
Well, I think a little bit of a blown call. You see Coach Muschamp on the sidelines there. nonetheless, it's terrible field position again all night long for GAC. That's been probably the story of the game, is where GAC's starting field position has been inside the 20 a bunch.
So and they moved that time. From the 13, they throw it complete up to the 24.
That was an awkward ball. Hope he's all right. Receiver.
McGee caught it. No, yeah, that was McGee on this near sideline. It's enough for a first down. Lions need to get ready. They're going NASCAR. And Sharp will roll complete on that far sideline, and Boudreaux will knock Ford Halleck out of bounds, but enough for another GAC first down.
Yeah, I'm with you, Richard. I think we need to get set quicker, have our assignment ready to go, because they have
That's
to
two
go,
chunk plays in a row.
Yeah, they have to go fast here. I mean, they're down 10 points and need 2 scores.
Halleck with a first down. And the clock needs to start not when the chains are set. They moved again. Are there? That's grounding. That ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Mr. Official, that ball did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
There's no receiver even close, unless there's one out of bounds.
No.
Bracey gets through. Another great penetration
Top of the
by
screen.
Bracey.
He's left early.
God, that's 2 in a row that they didn't call. That's big 58 over there.
That ball did not. There's nobody over there.
I'm going to have to clarify the rule with one of our coaches on grounding, because we saw that last week not called too in the Westminster game.
Second,
I get that he was out of the pocket, but that ball's got to be to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. Sharp gathers it in, and he's going to throw it complete. I think that's Hardy. Right up around the midfield stripe. Stops the clock with 2:54 to go.
Yeah, just a little out route there. Easy throw. Love it playing conservative on coverage. You can understand why. Nearly a batted down ball there from 88 to Garrett Kelly from the linebacker.
Trips left. He's going to try and run a little screen, and what a nice play that time as they threw it to Hurst, and bursting in there was Jake Bryant.
Nice play, Jake Bryant, junior defender in the linebacker spot. He's just read that like a book, trying to throw underneath, maybe get us on a blitz.
Jake Bryant.
Look at all the blockers he had up there too, Richard.
And Jake snaked through there the way Johnny Topping used to do. So shotgun set. Boy, they finally got set again. Trips to this near side, and Sharp will roll this side to his left. Throws it incomplete. And again, Halleck tried to turn upfield before he gathered it in.
Boy, if we get a replay, I mean, it's a wide open receiver on a well-designed play. Just get some yardage back. He might could have run for a first down as open as he was. And again, it's hit on the numbers there. You see a replay here. It rolls towards the Lovett sideline. Just a little in and out route. Right, Richard, he definitely turned his head. Start running.
So trips again to this left side as Sharp takes it, looks. He's going to throw it high, and Hardy's going to gather it in and pick up enough for a first down, as he did a great job of keeping his feet.
Almost had a great tackle right there on the spot. It would have been short of the line to gain. Would have brought up 4th down, but good second effort by the receiver there. You'll see the replay. I think that's Chase Nally. If he brings him down right there, he's short, but a good effort by the receiver to get back up. And
so 1st and 10 GAC at the Lions 39. Clock ticks inside 143. Sharp's going to take it, launch it for the end zone, and we got to see it. Sam, turn around. Fortunately, it falls incomplete. He was trying to find McKinney in our end zone. Well, he has plenty of time. Cuts it loose, and you can see Boudreaux kind of lost track of McKinney.
that was a heck of a throw by the quarterback. Again, like you said, Sam, you need to, our defensive back there, you got to get your head turned around at some point, find that ball.
So again, trips to this near side on 2nd and 10. Clock's what we're watching, minute 34. He puts McKinney in motion, looks, tries to throw it over the middle. The ball's tipped, and falls incomplete. It'll stop it with 1:28 to go.
Boy,
Lions lead it here 16-6.
We are running some stunts on our defensive front. It's causing some issues on the blocking for GAC. We nearly got a sack there, got the ball tipped and incomplete. You'll see our stunts there. I tell you, I love that sophomore, Christian Bell, the way he played last week and then tonight.
He's wreaking havoc right now.
That's probably his third or fourth pressure on the quarterback.
So 3rd and 10 GAC from the Lions 39. Sharp will take it, look to his left. It's caught on just a great catch by Hardy, who goes up high. Is it enough for a first down? Boy, they marked it fast.
Good throw and catch there. Really good catch. You'll see how the receiver of GAC right at the GAC sideline.
Clock continues to run. Minute 13, minute 12. GAC has 2 timeouts left. Sharp will take it, throw it over the middle to Williamson. He brings this one down, and he goes down right around the 6-yard line. Gosh, Ward, it sure seems like some of their slots and everything, they're leaving early on the snap. He was leaving early on that snap.
The 3rd time on this drive.
So
that's
first
right
and goal,
in front of the official too.
GAC. And are the Lions going to call a timeout? Yes, they are. So 49 seconds to go. The Lions call timeout with GAC 1st and goal from the 6, with the Lions leading at 16-6. By the way, folks, all Lovett alumni and former Lovett students are considered members of the Lovett Alumni Association, and the Alumni Association's mission is to work for the benefit of the school by encouraging members through fundraising and participation in other alumni school and community-oriented projects. The Alumni Association plans various events throughout the year, including homecoming, reunions, business speaker events, and Run and Lovett. Alumni also manage a scholarship fund for children of alumni. So stay in touch with Lovett, with the alumni community on Facebook and LinkedIn, or email us at alumni@lovett.org. So 51 ticks left on this clock. GAC, you've got to think, is not going to risk running it and having to burn a timeout. So Sharp has Hurst flanking him to his left, 3 receivers to his left. He may go back to Hardy. He looks left, He's going down, and the ball's loose. Ball's still loose, and finally gathered up, and they're going to have to call a timeout. 43 seconds on the clock.
I think that was Christian again, wasn't it, Richard? Maybe we'll get a replay. Just blows up the middle there.
Oh, he just burst through there.
That's some strength right there. And then it's the old strip sack fumble, and the only thing he didn't get was the recovery. But heck of an effort by the sophomore. That's right, folks, just a sophomore. Listed at 5'10", 204 pounds. He showed some burst last year as a freshman from the running back spot, but he's earned his starting spot this week after a great performance last week, and he's done it again tonight. GAC has to burn their second timeout. They only have 1 left, and they'll have to try to get this in the end zone.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 21. The problem that causes for them is that you can't just have a quick release. You've got to give guys a chance to get downfield. So the Lions, I think, will burn another timeout and gather to talk about it. Gosh, Ward, this makes me wonder if you try and just play here in terms of coverage.
Yeah, you almost want to let him complete it and then just
exactly. I mean,
as
just
long as it's shy of the end zone, I think you're.
But I'd rather send somebody. What would they dare try and say we're just gonna? If they don't make it here,
go ahead and kick
on
it.
2nd and 6, do they try on second and 6. Second and goal from the 21. Do they go ahead and kick the field goal at 30 seconds?
That's what I was thinking after the sack. You had to use the timeout. Go
Right.
ahead
And that's
kick
why
the field goal
that's
right
why
there.
the timeout's going to hurt. Shotgun set, and Sharp's in some trouble. He's going to try and throw it, but he's caught right at the 1. And they're going to have to line up quickly. Clock's going to continue to move. We kept him inside.
They got to remember it's third down.
And they're going to call the timeout.
Wow.
So they will call the timeout. 31 ticks left on the clock. They're out of timeouts.
Heck of a play by the quarterback here. Step up under pressure and then throw an absolute strike to
And that's
the receiver.
Williamson. But a great job of Boudreaux by bringing him down in the field of play.
Yeah.
Because that did force them to have to burn the last time out.
You could totally have seen them trying to clock it on third down right there, or just running a play and saving that timeout. I'm with you. I think the strategy would have been to kick the field goal
So
and go for the onside.
Is it sellout run blitz here? He's not going to go under. I can guarantee you, if he goes under center, I'll be shocked. Because if he goes under center with what Christian Bell's been doing, he's got he's going to go shotgun.
And if Lovett somehow gets a stop here, then the clock will be running the whole time. We'll see what they do. I think they have to pass it, Richard, don't you think, to the left side over here, the wide side.
I think he's going to give it to Hurst. Third and goal. He's going to roll this side and look and look and look and push it.
Boy. Did he complete
And
that?
he pushed it in.
Wow.
And Williamson caught it on a little punch pass, just almost like a Utah pass.
My goodness,
And
that was
GAC
dangerous.
scores to make it 16-12.
With a little flop pass, you'll see the replay here. A gutsy play, but it pays off for GAC. But I thought two of our defenders almost came up with that ball underneath. Oh, yeah, we were right there. What a catch by
Yeah, Christian Bell had great pressure on him.
Williamson made the catch for the touchdown. Oh, we blocked it.
And it's blocked.
That's Bracey.
Stevie Bracey blocks it.
It was snapping tonight for GAC on punts and extra points. Well, remember, we blocked the kick, and then they blocked the punt, and they got a first down on it. We blocked the extra point. That's huge right there. Somehow they get an onside kick coming up. I mean, Bracey almost took that out of the holder's hands. Watch the replay here. Penetration right on that gap there and just unblocked. Boy, this coaching staff for GAC is going to have a clinic to look at to improve. You can't let on a special teams block there on the inside. You've got to shift down and not let anybody penetrate a gap there. And we had two guys that could have blocked that one. Bracey got it. And that's huge in a nightmare sequence. If somehow GAC gets an onside kick, they're gonna have to score a touchdown.
And I did spy Anderson Beaver. I can't believe I called him that. I did spy Anderson Beaver kind of walking on a ginger ankle, but he is walking around. He's not iced up. So,
Should be a flag. Or did they not sound it?
They must not have sounded the whistle. So Roundtree will attempt an onside kick.
Good job.
And great job that time by Logan Givens, who just swallowed it up.
I love the aggressiveness there to go get the ball. Where we've seen some football teams in this city on onside kick not do that. Speaking of the Falcons last year, but Givens went straight up to get that ball aggressively, and the Lions are going to get a W here on the riverbank after a lightning delay of about an hour there, Richard?
Yep.
We started, we stopped. We had an initial lightning delay during warm-ups, then a second lightning delay that delayed the game for about an hour, and then the Lions in the second quarter just dominated this game on defense.
So here's the snap. And we'll tick off the last 17, 16, 15 seconds on game 2 of the 2021 season. The Lions will move to 1-1 with a 16-12 win over the GAC Spartans.
Boy, and Richard, we've beaten GAC a time or two, but this is a very unbalanced series-wise, so it's great to get a W tonight here on the Riverbank against a very solid GAC team.
So, John, while they're headed down there, are you going to give me a chance to say something real quick before we head down there? It's going to take a second. So, Ward, sit here 1 second. I want to tell you something. So, tonight turns out to be my final night fully behind the mic. I'll help out the kids from here on out, as you know. So, under the headphones, describing Lubbock football has been one of the great things I've had the honor and privilege to do. And I'm going to ask you to indulge for just a moment in order to say so long but not goodbye. I'm sure I'll leave someone out in thanking all who've helped along the way, but let me try and acknowledge those folks from memory. The best spotter in the land, Mary Jarakitas. She's the woman I married 41 years ago, who I asked to marry 42 years ago, and she's still the best spotter in the land. Tommy Wiggs, who's handled camera for Lubbock for at least 20 years. He is the rock on which our Lubbock films are based. Our statisticians, people like Patrick Fitzmaurice and Park Summerhour and Lily Siegel and Harrison Catapotis, they did a great job and continue to do one now with the Siegels and Brandon Holmes. Coaches and players, Mike Muschamp, George Pribish, Buddy Warren, Brian Overly, Jamie Palmer, many others that I failed to name, and, of course, many of those players who we've already talked about tonight. The linebackers and all the folks behind the Lubbock Network being started, the Georgia Bulldog Network, Rut Walker, Charles Youngs, Bruce Martin, Hondo Williamson, who gave us all their formats, sat with us, talked with us, told us how to set everything up. The Auburn Network, Mike Hubbard and Andy Burcham, who helped do promos for us and taught us so much about how to build on what to do with a network. Lubbock administration, Billy Peebles, every game, home or away, came to see us. Steve Franks, he's my older brother to me for my 20 years and more to come. Laura Kaufman, Michelle Pope, Perry McIntyre, all of them contributed so much to us. And finally, those here with us tonight, my buddy Ward Jones, John Jarakitas, Jim Clausen, and the 48 current Lubbock Lions who take over handling the Lubbock Network for the future. And we're Lubbock, and we always stay together.
Well said, brother.
You're a good man.
Well, you make it look easy, so thanks to you and to all those names you mentioned that kind of got this thing rolling in 2005. Steve Franks is a huge part of this. We miss seeing him, but he's having fun somewhere. He's probably asleep by now.
No, I doubt he's asleep. He's figuring out whether he's going to play Baytown or Raven tomorrow.
He might be enjoying a little Washington State Merlot.
What do we got down on the field? Boy, is it great to get a win. We're checking on an interview down there. So 2 years ago, apparently Adi found this in archive and wants to cover it. By the way, I love this old-time shirt I'm wearing tonight. Thank you, Peter Riley, for finding this 16 years ago.
Able to do to come back and win this thing.
All right,
it's
well,
also an extra large.
Slow. We started real slow.
Oh,
and you know,
this
that's
was a good one.
That's okay, because sometimes in life you're going to start slow. That's okay. We told ourselves, hey, we're going to start slow. We're going to keep going fast.
Andrew Pinkston with a big
slow,
block.
We're always going to finish fast. No matter what the score was, we're going to finish hard. We're going to finish fast. Yeah, they had us the first half. I'm not going to lie. They had us. We weren't defeated, but they had us. But it took guts. It took an attitude.
This was the Lions coming back from 23-7.
It's blocked! It's blocked! Pinkston blocks it! The Lions win 30-29! Pinkston blocked it! He burst in and blocked it! Oh, Andrew Pinkston dove and blocked it!
A walk-off block. What a game.
What an exceptional effort by Andrew Pinkston. The Lions come back down 23-7. Yet again on a blocked extra point. It would have
immediately coming back from 23-7. And I can't tell you what Mary wants me to pick up on the way home tonight.
Yeah, right? The way our brain works. That was a great call. Great game, too. Like it was yesterday.
We're looking for an interview down on the sidelines. Everybody's gathered up down there. By the way, Lovett football plays at home against the Booker T. Washington Bulldogs next week for the third game of the 2021 campaign. Please check Twitter for details. No matter where we play, be sure to come out, support your Lions, and be involved in Lovett.
Your next telecast, your Lovett Network, will be volleyball doubleheader Tuesday, 5 p.m. versus Blessed Trinity and 7 p.m. versus the Walker School. LovettNetwork.org. Check that out. Well, should we wrap it up, guys? Or we think we're going to get an interview? Or, yep, producer.
And the Braves just took the lead.
Well, Steve Franks is up, so. Yep. Well, just a great ball game tonight.
Debbie woke him up and said, text him.
Well, just a great game here on the Riverbank. The Lions had a tough one last week at Westminster. Couldn't get anything going really, offense or defense. Tonight, though, the second quarter, I'll tell you what, that Lovett defense got a bunch of 3-and-outs, allowed our offense to sort of take control, get some sustained drives. Our offensive line blocked really well tonight. They did some of that last night, and what we avoided was the mistakes that we made last week. The turnover, the bad penalty, the bad snap, the negative play.
Kicking game was so important tonight.
Special teams was fantastic on
Connor
punting
Devaney.
Inside, and then 3 field goals, an extra point from our freshman kicker. And I thought our quarterback play was a lot more solid tonight. We did throw one interception, but again, we've got some young guys back there, and they're learning. I really like our offensive line. And just wait till we get all the way healthy on that offensive line. We got some guys hurt right now that'll be in there hopefully soon. But just a great, really well-played game tonight for the Lions on the Riverbank. And they get the win, 16-12. So, Richard.
We got an interview with Katie.
After the game with player Noah Claxton, who's also a devout member of the Lovett Network here. How do you feel after the very first win of the season on the Riverbank?
Well, we've been working hard. Last week we went across the street to Westminster, and it was a mindset. They came off a really tough loss. We came off one, so it's just going to be a battle of who was going to get a win today, and we pushed through till the end.
Right, and what did Coach tell you guys at the half to keep you motivated and going?
We just made a lot of adjustments, making sure offense and defense, we could make plays on the ball and just keep pushing because they quit after the second half. So.
Yeah. How does it feel switching from networking to on the field?
Ooh, it feels good. I mean, I like to do a little shimmy and move everything, Right. Just change it up.
A little bit of both, So what's on the agenda for next week?
Next week we're just going to punch Washington, Towers, whoever it is in the mouth. We don't care. We're just going to defeat on the Riverbank. Let's go, baby.
All right, can I get a last go Lions?
Let's go Lions!
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Katie.
Great job, Katie. Good interview with the young offensive tackle there. It's his first year playing football, Richard.
Yep.
My goodness.
And he's also one of the stalwarts of the Lovett Network. You ought to hear him in baseball and softball. He's fantastic. He's very glib, as you could tell.
Does not seem shy.
He does not. Noah does not know what shy is.
That's awesome.
So, for Ward Jones, Tommy Wiggs, and the rest of our production crew, this is Richard Jarakitas telling you our time is up. We thank you for yours. Your final score from the Riverbank, the Lovett Lions 16, The GAC Spartans 12. We will see you next week. Go Lions.
Mr. Jones, what are you doing here?
I'm just helping out the football team on Fridays. I saw you out here running around doing your thing.
Do you see Mr. Ritchie?
Online sports coverage of Lovett Athletics is brought to you by the Beery Cummings Group of Dorsey Alston Realtors.